Hello, everyone, and welcome to the night's episode of Storm King's Thunder. We had a bit of a relapse we missed last week. Our beloved Arakakra, who often goes, ah! For some reason, her voice was really sore. So we missed that, and she's now finally back with us. Don't worry, though, I did nearly kill everyone in a fun, doesn't exist, non-canon mode where I threw a brass golem at them. Because that's fun. Because I kind of got excited looking at the Elder Scrolls Oblivion thing and just went, or not Morrowind, and just went, fire brass golem.
Yeah, it's more fun than having your face leak at any rate.
I can confirm this.
That was not a nice day for me.
So,
But anyway,
to recap on what has happened last, the party most previously has traveled to Everland, has encountered members of the Harpers and members of the Order of the Gauntlet, who more or less are situated within the city. There's a small farm north of Everland, which a child had fled from. Nearly frozen to death, heavily damaged, the party healed him. He explained that his family was under attack by a large monster, which was eventually revealed to be a adult white dragon, white fang the Entomber, and his minions. Several ice mephits and a young Remoraz, which was a stubborn son of a bitch to kill, as was he. The party eventually, due to the deft and very heavy-handed stylization of Glory, decided to put the beast down. From there, they traveled with Harshnag, who had been frozen in a pillar of ice, breaking free to warn them that it was a trap, just barely saving them from Whitefang catching everyone off guard and taking them all out with a ice breath attack. Only one or two party members were able to get out of the way, but those two or three, they mattered. They mattered to move. So they traveled to Whitefang's residence, a small, by dragon standard, cave, which had been carved into the mountain. There were giants, there were dragons, all frozen up into the sky, into the sides of it. A mammoth, other large creatures, a Remoras that had been half eaten. All these different creatures had just been frozen in place, clearly victims or trophies of this dragon, and insurmountable amounts of gold, more than any member of the party can convincingly say that they've seen in their lifetime. They also found several wonderful items. These wonderful items include, but are not limited to, well, they might be limited to in case if the party got them all down. I do believe there was a potion of a giant strength. I believe it was stone giant strength. We found as well, trying to remember now what we actually got, folks. We got a Helm of Brilliance. We got the token, which allows the party to summon a rock. This rock is a, not just like summon a stone that falls on the floor, it's a large avian creature, which is not a combatant, but is by fuck one hell of a travel effort. So the party now have that.
I'm so happy.
Was anything else found, folks?
So much, so many things.
Lots of. I think we found a potion of vulnerability. I think that was from them.
Yes.
Hang on.
Oh,
we have a
buttload of money.
Some art, some gems, some money.
Potion of clairvoyance.
Clairvoyance, well. Oh yeah, we know.
And then some other shit. I forgot the
yes.
list.
Oh yeah, sorry. They had also a orb. They found an orb. I will take a look at this real quick because I actually have the list down here.
I can't remember if I rolled my HP.
How much HP?
How much have you got now?
I'm on 37.
You haven't rolled your HP.
We also found the Axe of Dwarven Lords, the Book of Exalted Deeds, the Book of Wild Darkness.
You're just reading from the legendary items, so you can go away.
I was like, hang on, I know some of these names.
These names sound familiar. Wait a minute. So you guys found a potion of invulnerability and a potion of clairvoyance.
Yes.
You found the Helm of Brilliance and a crystal ball, the very rare variety. You found a potion of giant strength, and you found Qual's feather token. You did not find anything else.
Well, we found a crap ton of money.
You found an absolute fuck ton of money, and you currently are brimmed up to the max with your bag. The bag of holding is barely. So we'll say, for the sake of brevity, you guys begin traveling back to Everland.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Would you like to use your new companion, or bearing in mind all the people you have with you, Harshnag would have to bid you farewell, and you'd have to travel back with the others.
That's fine.
And
Well,
you would barely be able to
Did
get
we-
one
I
on.
can take bats if Harshnag wants to come along.
we can meet up with
Everyone
Harshnag
else-
again.
There is literally no way
We haven't
even
enough
that many
to fly
bats
there.
can catch. You
I'm-
no, not
I-
even that. You don't.
I'm
No,
like
what I'm
Harry.
saying is, what I'm saying is, there's not enough bats to carry Harshnag.
I-
The guy weighs over
The
2 tons.
rock can carry Harshnag, the bats can carry us.
Well, I'm about 90% certain that he isn't interested in coming with us.
Yeah.
Well, it's Harshnag.
Yeah, he tends to.
Harshnag, where would you like to go? Would you like to come with us?
No,
There you go.
Okay.
I have
Uh,
my own things to attend to.
Did you
Giant
pick up some
says his
spoils
giant
from the
does.
Dragon Horde? You are more than deserving of some of the shares.
You watch as he reaches down into like his big. Every giant has a bag of shit. Pulls down into his bag and you see a tiny dagger, and he puts it back. Yep, got what I wanted. Right.
You sure you don't want money or anything? It's if nothing else, it's good dragon bait.
Oh no, I've taken a lot of money. Make no
Oh, good,
mistake.
excellent.
I've busted a few fucking ice things as well. Took a few trophies off them dragons.
Excellent.
Also made
Uh,
sure some of those frost giants were dead.
Do you have any friends or family up at Felbar? We're going to head up that way soon. No. Want us to say
Hang on,
hi
let me
and,
look at the long list of frost giants that are relatives in Felbar. He literally stands for about 2 or 3 minutes looking at his hand as if there's a list on it, and pretends to be reading it.
I like him.
Away.
Zero stands there patiently. He's just like, ooh.
Zero.
That's
I think
sarcasm.
we'll be moving on.
I like him.
I didn't know my subtlety, which is boom boom, was wasted on you.
Ah, very clever, very clever. Alright, well, if we see another dragon, we'll be sure to stab it in the face a couple of times for you.
Sure. Good luck. Don't die. I'll see you when I see you. I'll be heading north.
Good
the
seeing you. Oh,
balance.
and Harshnag, before you go, and I reach into the bag of holding and chuck him a one of our whistles.
Oh, okay. I let him
Okay,
run
so
away.
you watch as this
He
teeny
will
tiny
crush
whistle.
that.
You watch this teeny tiny whistle just falls into his hand. He looks at it.
That's a symbol to say you're an unofficial. You're a what would they call it? A
Damn
Hey.
it, that's it. God damn
a
it,
side
that's
member of the Boom Pigs.
No!
I remember.
And I just
No.
turn around and say, "What? You don't want him part of the Moon Pigs?"
We're not the moon pigs.
Why not?
Signal
pretty sure
whistles
we're
is
the
what they're called.
Not you two,
This
Bash.
would literally get caught in my toenail and just drops it
It's
back.
just
to
a
you.
trinket. You don't actually have to. You know, it's a symbol of.
That would
you know,
literally get crushed in my bag.
comradeship. Yeah, well, it's the thought. I know you can throw it away or whatever. It's the thought.
Thanks. Thoughts not needed. Take care.
Also, did he like put a dagger back or something?
Yeah, he took a dagger. You can have a dagger.
No, I was trying to figure out if he had grabbed a dagger or put it back. I was trying to figure out.
Yeah, he took one.
He
Okay.
took a dagger.
That's his biz.
So, Kirok, do you wanna waggle your tail feather?
I sit there. I stand there and I just wiggle for a bit.
No, I meant the magic shit that I just identified. for you.
Feathered one, you seem to
There's-
have a new trinket.
Are we
Which
still?
is hilarious because unless it's been
I-
identified, you don't know what the fuck it does.
It has been identified. We
I held up my
identified
hand for
everything.
a second as
Just
if
so
to
identified
stop
it.
everyone to be quiet, and then I say, "Oh, sorry, it was nothing. I thought I heard a bear for a second."
I understood that joke.
Get.
We did take a. Did we take a short rest or a long rest?
You guys have taken several
rest.
long rests
We've-
because
we've
it's been
traveled
several
quite a
way.
days. It took several days to get there. You just hear, "Whenever you stop trying to stuff shit into you dumb cunt!" You watch his Ungrim is just pulling this bag, it's just tearing it, and you watch his bits of baubles, a goblet, and a few bits of gold begin trailing out, and you watch as there is Vimok trying to put more shit in the bag. We gotta get it all! We gotta get it all, man!
Ungrim, haste before greed.
I'm trying, but the dumb cunt keeps putting shit in it!
It's strange. You'd think you'd speak dwarf, but yeah, it's gold.
Ashka just sort of glares at him and sort of tut-tuts.
That's racist!
Is it?
Uh,
I look at him in the bag.
I'll give you
Pretty
an
sure
idea! This bag was half this size! Then he kept putting shit in it! It's not my fault! Just one more, come on, we'll get this goblet in. No, we don't need a fucking goblet!
Just this goblet. Right, so we head off.
Yeah, I think we should.
Des, I'm going to put in my ring 2 hex and a Hunger of Hadar.
Okay.
Before
Actually,
no.
you could have
forgot,
done this
yeah.
over you've done this over your days.
Yeah.
You've done this over the few days.
before we set off, I give the dwarf and the Goliath a very stern talking about be willing that you're coming out with your lives rather than tons and tons of
I
gold
cast
and a
I cast
life.
mending on the bag while she's talking.
And I finish off just going, very well. Besides, we have
Ash, think
to
about
travel
this.
back.
Talk about this goblet for a second. How much good do you think this could do for the orphans back in Everland?
Yes, I do understand what you mean, Zero. And
Oh, I made that for myself. I took a drink out of that. Shut the fuck up, you big bastard!
The point being that we've had our differences, but we get along really well now. But understand that you've seen my greed as well. It's not always for selfish reasons.
I understand, Zero, but dwarven greed is another thing entirely. I will not go into detail, and you can see a vein starting to throb on her temple. I will not go into detail, but put it this way. I do not trust my kind with gold.
Oh, it's fine then, because he's a Goliath, so no problem, yeah?
Yeah, Ungrim just hands the bag to the Vimark, just flips it over his shoulder, Santa Claus out. Ho 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 ho! Ho, I got my gold!
I actually come up to Ash and say, that actually surprised me. I thought your kind were the most trustworthy with gold.
I will not go into it.
Okay.
Not interested.
I'm only saying this because I will not be recommending anymore that
Actually,
we open up a vault in Felbar with our newfound fortune.
Not
As
interested.
I glare at Zero.
Sorry, what was
I
the
know, I'm
request?
agreeing. I take your...
I'm into checking ask to see why she won't go further into it.
Oh, okay.
And
Ash,
As
would
a
you like to
no.
contest this roll?
How do I contest?
Deception if you want to hide something.
as a gnome, would I know about dwarven greed?
You don't know about this context of Dwarven
Okay.
greed.
Alright. Take a check.
Oh!
Oh!
That's
Boom!
The stone
But,
is moving. Sorry.
As you say, Ash, if you say it's a thing, we'll definitely not be doing that. I'm
Strong
glad you
as the
told me
mountain.
before we did something.
As much as you were trying to like peer through her intent as to why she's referring to Dwarven greed with such disdain when it's often seen as a either jovial or comedic reason, you can't find any reason other than just a strong disdain for it. It is just flat out. It's what she said. You can get no more out of her than that. She's just a stern face. There's no twitch. There's no give. There's no wavering of her words. It is just strict, on the point.
By the way, Mr. Ironfist and Mr. Stormwatcher, do you have any family up in Felbar?
Ungrim looks over.
None you'd like to remember?
Yeah. I have a family.
It's alright. I just thought if you were on good terms with some of them, I might have... But if you're not, that's fine.
Oh no, I
Just ask
am.
you.
It's just I don't like talking about it.
I
Everyone
can
starts
understand that.
Everyone starts acting potsy, and I hate it. I fucking hate it.
Clans be clans.
Eh.
Ash,
Everyone
when we
starts
hit
getting
Felbar,
poncy and starts fucking wanting to shine your shoes for you, chuppet bollocks.
Ash, when we get to Felbar, I get the feeling the rest of us don't know the dwarven culture as well as you do, evident by my misunderstanding of money. I suggest you lead the fray in that regard, at least until we get to the Underdark.
Oh, don't worry, we'll be fine in Felbar.
I tell you one thing, Zero. Why do we keep calling you Nemo?
Because they're very similar sounding.
It's one letter. It's one letter.
It
Nemo.
says my name is Nemo Zero in some other thing.
Oh yeah, it is. It was, yeah.
Still
Because
is.
it was for Minecraft and stuff, yeah.
And even in like the Discord and on the bottom there and like everywhere.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to character. You don't mean, Zero. I am not what you call a typical dwarf.
True enough.
She says,
Although,
covered in
when
bark
we-
and thorns.
When we get to the Underdark, I would really love to, if I may be so bold, help you get in touch better with the underground of nature. You seem to almost, I don't know how to put it, you seem to be reluctant to connect with the nature of the deep earth.
My reasons are my own. And she walks off.
I'll leave it at that for the time being.
Fair enough. Okay, so back to Everland.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Kirak, would you like to do the thing you've been dying to do?
Yes, please.
You guys watch as this incredibly excited Arakaka just smiles as she flicks up this small feather. It flies up into the air 5 feet, almost like a reverse of a small bit of a seed or something from a tree, just reversely swirling upwards. And as it does, you watch as it splutters out water for a moment, and the water sputters out on all sides and begins causing this rainbow effect that keeps stretching and stretching and stretching, going on for almost as far as your eyes can see on either side. Anyone who's watching or doing anything else is immediately just drawn straight to watching this mesmerant and there is this multicolored, beautiful bird. Gargantuan in size, the largest bird you've ever seen in your lives. Its beak is roughly the size of one of your bodies. That's generous.
I'm going to faint.
Okay.
I back away from it.
Feathered one, explain yourself.
I get super excited and say, oh my god, can we feed it? Can I feed it?
I go up and I start petting him on the beak.
Okay, you almost have to strengthen and pull yourself back or just restrain yourselves as it begins lowering itself down, and the wind it's gusting just from it's from that alone almost throws you back. That alone almost throws you back, but clearly not intending to try and toss anyone around. It just down on its claws. The wings furlough back, just this long, elegant grace behind it, and that beak just lowers down as Kira runs straight up to it and just begins petting it on the beak. And you just hear this deep resonating.
If Kirok seems comfortable with it, Glory kind of stops being so aggressive.
Yeah.
Well,
I start
certainly isn't hostile.
You hear Ungrim shouting out, "Holy fucking shite!"
Being the one that identified it, I'd be like, sweet.
Sick.
It works.
God damn it, Barry!
It works, apparently.
Sick.
Just baseball cap backwards and goes, sweet.
Unfazed.
Dead. He turns the helm of brilliance backward, he can see nothing. Dead.
I take it as a druid, I realise this thing's a monstrosity and not a natural beast.
Yeah.
And
And
so
at this
expecting
point, Ungrim is just being prodded by the monk. Dude, did I need a mushroom or something? What the fuck am I seeing?
But yeah, my performance was basically of that of a fainting goat. Just
Self-defense, really.
He's so tiny.
it was basically like, oh, giant bird.
They start inspecting it
The
and saying,
natural
it's not
response.
true avian. It seems to be some sort of
It's-
arcane influence. It's amazing.
Throwback to Blood and Sand. I faint. I wake up. Are you a dragon? Yes, I am. Okay. Faints. Faints again.
Welcome to the world of the feathered one, Zero.
Everything is weird here. And we don't quite know what's going on.
She's just not paying attention to any of this. She's just petting it and making really happy cheep noises.
Chloe's doing that thing where, with any animal, you're not sure how it will respond. She's just very slowly heading towards it. Like, she doesn't quite know what to expect it to do.
You just watch it as these massive oval eyes with just that slit just straight over towards you, straight over towards everyone.
Stop.
It's more just like assessing, like, okay, this is everyone around me currently, and less of a, hey, don't fuck with me. The bird seems entirely harmless as it steps away, and even a bird, a light creature, by all its standards compared to anything of its equivalent size is light. You still watch the ground underneath it a bit. The snow, because at point right now, the snow is melting on all sides after Whitefang was destroyed. You watch it's almost slush coming down the sides at this point on the mountain and the areas around it. And it just steps away about... It steps a good 15 feet away with its side and just lowers its wing down, offering everyone up.
I'm going to cast Goodberry and give it all 10 good berries. Which is ridiculous, by the way, because it's like Limbus bread.
Don't recreate what Keyleth did.
So
You
I
really
forgot
don't want
that
to
we were.
recreate what Keyleth did.
I forgot we were in an area which was just covered in snow, so I fainted into slush. Just
Yeah.
Exactly why I called Varys to pick you up.
Yeah, I'll just pick him up and climb up the wing and just plop him on top of the rock and just sit there waiting.
Can I make it look like, when I feed it these good berries, can I make it look like it's taken off my arm and make a play of it?
It refuses. It doesn't seem to eat.
Oh.
Sorry, you'll have to make your joke with some other large creature.
I hand out.
and here we
Goodberries
see
taken
the
off
large
my arm.
saber-toothed tiger.
The majestic kraken watches it nibbles his arm.
And his spine.
And his hips. They do not lie. They are screaming currently.
Alright.
That's what I would imagine from time to time. Is that Nemo just goes Steve Irwin? You see that thing over there?
That's a beauty!
I'm gonna go wrestle it.
Well, he is from the Underdark. He's from he's from down under.
That's so good.
Guys, please
It's true,
do not
I
give
come
me
from a land down
ideas.
under.
Please do not give your artist ideas, please.
We've had this joke for months between me and Spook. All drow are
Oh, yeah.
Aussies.
You do realize
Oh, yeah,
all I'm thinking of currently is like when the mask was taken off for the first time and people saw his face. It was just like that stupid hat with the slings and all sides. Steve Irwin.
All I'm seeing is the cold cat with the plague doctor mask.
When I made Zero and decided he was going to be an Underdark druid, that was the original thought, that it was basically an Australian druid.
Yes.
He knows how to play a didgeridoo because it works really well in the cave systems.
Yeah. The acoustics are lovely.
How did we get here?
D&D!
Onward to Evelyn before we get sidetracked again.
Tangents
Yes.
for those.
Okay, so you guys all hop up.
After a lot of reassurance that it's okay, Glory eventually will get on the bird.
Ashka sort of very, very guardedly approaches, with noticing that the creature doesn't necessarily attack. She sort of just gives it a nod,
I mean,
and then
Kirok's just gonna like sit on its beak and just be like, ah!
You're sitting currently you just watch as you're sitting on its beak, it just throws you back and you just land on the back of its head.
Do I see Glory's hesitation about getting on the bird?
Glory's
Glory
not
and
sorry
Ash.
about it.
Rory and Ask are both just like,
I'm just going to say, come on, it's not the first time you've been on a bird.
But
I would
Zero,
hit
we are on good terms.
And Zero gets booted off the
Again.
rock.
the rock throws him off. It does not. It does not. It does not. If it threw him off, it would throw everyone else off. Currently, you watch as Ungrim is pulling as Vimak is pushing the bag up as well.
Jeez.
I say,
help
what?
them.
I jest. I should be so lucky to have somebody I care about so much.
Oh god. Oh god. What happened? Okay. What's going on?
Look out! There's a rocket
Just
to eat
keep
Now
you!
we take off.
Keep your eyes closed.
He fades again. He goes for a mid-flight nap as you guys all eventually find your way up onto the rock. It's almost 10 foot of space on its back. It's a very wide creature. You all grip onto it, and it begins just like moving its head, trying to look for a location as to where it needs to go.
Feathered one?
Good question. Who's steering this thing?
Kirok is.
Yeah.
Why are
So
we-
you
why
point,
are we
you say in
there?
Aarakocra, you say in Avian,
Orin.
just Orin. Yes, thank you, Orin. You say
Either
Orin, Everland, and it is just this higher pitch. It's almost like this. It is a very wavy way of speaking. Yeah. But in the high pitch Aarakocra, so it just shrieks a bit, but also waves. It's a bit weird, and you just watch as it just looks.
Hang on, everyone.
Grip for life's sake, as none of you have ever moved this fast in your life. Varus has not even moved this fast in his life, and this fucking move fast.
Who thought
You guys-
of the joke before I did?
You guys all watch as water begins dripping down your eyes, back, you're all gripping, pulling.
Zero starts saying "ow" for some reason. And you hear a clanging noise. You'll find out why when we get to the ground.
What would happen if I cast haste on the rock?
No, no, no.
Break the time.
Now is not the time.
Do it! Fucking do it!
I'm not. No, I can't
Do
do that.
it!
Don't do it. No, save it for an emergency.
Save
We
it,
can
save it,
see
save it.
color.
Save it for an emergency.
Layers.
This guy is
You
lame.
see colors, it's all underneath you. You were literally riding a rainbow.
Kirok's just,
Oh,
Kirok's just hanging on with her feet, so she's just like no hands, just like.
She's like Titanic, I'm the queen of the world!
Well, I
Riding
will
at the
say,
very
we
front.
We need to get a saddle like thing like Appa had
That'd be a
in
massive
Avatar.
saddle.
Yes,
Just
we
a
need
giant-
a saddle. That's
A
exactly
giant
what we need.
circle saddle just on this
With
freaking
like
thing.
an edge to it, so we don't.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys eventually, over much straight back to Everland. You pass the farmhouse, and you realize that there's a lot of a tree area here. It's a bit difficult to land down. It's a bit of a narrow spot. But you'll probably be able to land in the field south of
I
Everland
mean,
pretty easily.
we could just jump and float down.
That would go so well.
I mean,
We'll
that's
go to
Alright,
wherever's probably the most
Yeah, it's outside of the city.
outer Everland. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, like-
big wide, flat, open area with not a lot of people.
Okay, which you can do to the south. So you just direct it. It goes. I'll just go back onto the north map, make sure I'm doing the reference right. Yeah, it entirely just goes over the entire Evermoors itself. Goes over the Silverwood. Just goes over the Silverwood, past the. Goes over the Nether Mountains, over the Silver Moon, just over the Evermoor slightly, and then on the ground. So about 500 feet outside of Everland. And just lowers its wing down for people to begin to. We would like to thank you for flying Air Kirok.
I sort of stumble my way off the rock, and I pull off my mask, pulling out a golden goblet that I was storing in there. and just say to the Goliath with a very bruised face, I hope this was worth it.
You watch the Goliath go, yeah. You guys also watch this out. This basically just like, you know how if you put pressure on something for too long in a particular pattern, it just kind of has to stick there, and then it just like goes back after a while. Currently, it's just a circle around his face. Just...
Yeah.
Ashka just glares at them, shakes her head, and turns to Glory.
Hello.
Very, very slowly gets off the bird. She does not look very happy.
She's like the person. She's like the person who has done her first time as like a high flying fucking roller coaster. Just
Yeah, I was like, it's like someone who has never seen a roller coaster in her life just went on the world's fastest.
I'm off now. I'm stepping. You just get onto the ground and you just wobble onto your knees. Then,
I didn't
Yeah,
like that.
I'm guessing Varys is just gonna roll me down like you rode down a hill when you're young. Just...
No, from the back.
there's
using the
there's rainbow feathers going everywhere.
No, he goes down. He goes down the back like it's the tail of a
Down
ram.
south ever.
Like one of those big,
You watch as you go. The tail feathers don't go long enough to reach the ground from its standing position. So you watch it just flicks him.
It just flies into everyone.
No,
Like right into my cart. Just boom. Oh, hey.
My cabbages!
My cabbages! My cabbages! I bet its tail. I think its tail feathers would reach the ground, to be honest.
fair enough.
Just
fair
but from
enough.
what I know about bird anatomy, I think they would.
I just like the idea of there was like a cart of feathers being transported, and then the screen pans over and he falls into a cart of pointy objects. Pointy objects.
You see the company logo behind it is Acme.
Yes, of course it is.
Ye olde Acme.
Acmatius.
I'll sort of stumble to my feet and say, "Well, I'm glad that stopped when it did. I was about to get gold tooth."
Hey.
Ashka groans and says nothing, sort of helping Gloria up as she gets off.
Glory turns to Kira and goes, "You do that all the time, huh?"
Kirok looks like the child who has just been taken to Disneyland.
Just this wide,
Sorry?
grim, smiling face.
And I am the parent that got dragged with them.
Hey, Kirok, when we go to Felba and we have less passengers, shall we try a barrel roll?
Yes.
I will kill every single one of you.
I suddenly, my feather suddenly goes straight up, and I turn to him and I go, "It's actually called an aileron roll. You'll learn about this when you can actually turn into a bird."
I am taking notes on all this stuff, by the way. I will figure this out eventually.
It's an aileron roll.
I polymorph him
Really?
into a giant eagle.
You guys watch as Nemo. Do you resist?
Why do you always use this power for things that we
No.
don't need?
Okay, you guys watch as Varys goes, "Hey, Zero." Yeah.
Being
And now you
unprepared,
see-
I immediately fall sideways and break my wing.
You fall sideways. You don't break your wing. You fall sideways. Your wing just swooped up underneath you.
The bird, it is now flat.
There is now a flat bird. There's currently now a standing bird. There is a large bird and a flat bird.
I have no
Okay,
idea how to.
I'm ready for the.
So I start basically trying to swim through the ground.
But you've
doing
got
the-
you've got
yeah.
the mental stature.
Not how flying works.
I know, but it just took me by surprise. So in a second I'll have it, but just to start with, I'm just trying to.
He's
like,
basically
walk
like
forward.
he's basically like trying to transmute what's going on in his head. Currently, he's trying to swim. Eventually, gets himself up on his feet and looks around as a large creature, because giant eagles are large, is now face to face with Kirok. Watch this. He's more or less a grayed kind of bizarre. Like there's brown tufts all the way down, like say the exterior feathers, like the just the tips of them all. Down the back as well, there is just this long mane of white, and everything else is gray.
I just start
Can
looking
we-
at my wing, just like, what the hell?
Kirok's there, just sort of like, and they're just having like a conversation.
You are now having an intellectual conversation with Kirok, something you did not expect. But in Avian, she fucking knows what she's talking about.
No bad flight.
I don't know what's happening,
I
Kirok.
think giant eagle can actually speak Auran, so
Excellent.
I will say for the sake of hilarity, Kirok can speak to a bird person like that.
Alright, I speak both Arakocra and Oran, which is both of the flying languages, if you want to call them that.
oh, they can't speak, but they can understand common and Auran.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's currently looking very confused at you, Kirok, and back to Varys, like, dude.
Okay. I'm going to keep my eyes closed. I'm not going to look at any more birds. I just want to go.
I
Roman, do
take
you
this
wanna go on my
opportunity to
shoulder?
sneak up. I
Yes,
sneak up on
please.
him, and
Please.
I take this opportunity to sneak up and jump in front of him.
He's got his eyes
just-
shut.
I just
What
He
is
go
that?
currently
in
has
front
his
of him.
eyes shut, and he just like begins walking backwards, like, now.
I pick Roman up and put
Nope.
Roman on my shoulders.
Huh?
Glory,
okay.
when did we adopt such a family?
I don't know.
The
I
tired
don't want
mom.
that happen.
The tired mom.
Why
The
don't you finally
the
try
bird
out that
starts
flying?
following, coughing as it goes. Just out of
What?
habit.
Hey, Eagle Zero, why don't you try flying? Yeah, you finally can.
I try to fly.
You immediately think, how do I fly? Oh god, this is how I fly. I'm flying. Oh,
As,
I'm flying.
as soon as you start flying, I drop polymorph.
Varys, can you stop being an ass off like
drop
5
off the
seconds?
floor.
I face plant, having returned the golden goblet to my mask, right into it.
Varys,
You
take
guys
us
watch
away.
as a mask. The mask isn't solid. It's not like steel. It's leather. You watch as now there is the pattern of a goblet imprinted. Like you now see like the outside curvature of it because the larger part is closer to his face. You just hear ding. Ow!
Both.
I just lay there face first in the dirt, and I just put my hand up with my thumbs up and say, "You know what? I think I'll wait here for you."
Okay, great. So we go back to Evelyn.
Both Kit Rock and her big friend are like simultaneously going, oof. They're like mimicking each other. Just like, oof.
You do it
Right
to
in
the
the
left.
beak.
They do it to the right.
Glory doesn't fully understand what just happened, but she whacked Varys around the back of their head anyway.
She presumes it's Varys' fault. And Varys, you just hear it,
Basically.
dang, ringing in your head.
Another classic Varys prank. That was all.
Just
Another.
Bingo.
Varys Sildan, Bessar, the prankster of the group.
I say
I was about to say,
another
what are
one.
we starting a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
D&D
Don't.
pranksters?
I will kill you all.
My name is
I
Varys
will
Valor,
kill
and
you.
welcome to Jackass.
That I'd prefer. That I'd prefer. Because
Anyway,
Jackass was at least going, guys, this is stupid as shit, but we're doing it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ash
Like,
gets
oh hey, we could
into
die doing this, but
and
hey.
goes over. Ash can
Before
just
we
groan
cause anyone
and
else
walks over
more-
to-
Ash, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go
Ash,
on.
go ahead.
Ashka just groans and walks over to Zero and then helps him up. And then
You pick him up by the waist and just on
Yeah.
his feet.
And
You don't
then-
even break pose, you just lean down a bit. Up.
Yeah. And then just walks back to Glory, just completely silent.
I just lean into it and say, "Thank you."
Right, Evelyn.
Let's go back to Evelyn.
I pet and stroke the big boy and just tell him about how good he is and how well behaved he was, and then summon him back down after I just
Okay,
like.
you can only do this once a day, so you will have to wait in Neverland. Or you can just leave him out for a bit and then take him.
You can chill.
You get most of the way to Everland.
Fun story. It doesn't actually say that you get the token back.
No, you get the token back. I decree this. Fuck off.
I was hoping you would, but
Because I'm not a rotten cunt.
So if it's a one-a-day thing, you'd have to, wouldn't you?
no, it
Well,
was.
no, he added the one a day thing.
I had the one a day.
Yeah, it doesn't say in the book it's 1 a day. It's an amount of hours.
I treat it as it's amount of hours. Yeah, that's how long he can stay out.
Yeah, but you treat it as like a.
But he can only do
one-time
that
thing.
once every day. Yeah.
Does
And
some
I
of us
treat it
wanna-
kind of like I treat it like a jade statue and like one of those figurines where they can be summoned. They last this long. Once they're destroyed, they come back to that form.
So
Zero
does some
says,
of us...
maybe me and Kirok should babysit the bird, and you guys hurry and get what you need, and we'll
That's
head off
what I
to
was gonna
September.
suggest.
Anyone need anything in town while we're there?
I
I need a
ink.
drink.
You need it.
I hand Ash the golden goblet and say, "Give this to the orphans," and then I just sort of roll out of her arms and just start crawling back to
Okay.
the giant bird.
I look at Ash and go, should one of us stay with each half of the group? Because they're gonna get in trouble.
I heard that.
And you know it's true, otherwise you would be arguing with me. Anyway.
Is Roman
giant bird still
on my
around?
shoulders at this
Yes.
point?
Roman is still on her shoulders, currently with his eyes
he still
closed.
goes eyes closed, yeah.
Eh,
Group moms,
I'm
have
just-
As
a meeting.
as
I need a
as
drink,
this
but the drink is away.
as this fiasco is going, you hear
Oh, fuck.
from inside in town. You see about a line of about 15, 20 horses.
Oh shit, we're in trouble.
Should
I'd
should
already
I
started walking
should I
back
take
to
him
Everland,
away?
So I would have definitely beat him halfway.
It's almost like there's a giant "what the fuck is this"
Yeah.
outside the city.
Should I?
No,
It would
sure.
basically mean we have to stay here for a day.
You
I mean,
guys
that's
watch
fine.
as
Because-
also I want perception checks from everyone as well.
Oh boy.
Good.
I'm standing.
Do I have disadvantage because I
You
got a
have-
face full of goblet?
You don't see if you have a face full of goblet.
Can I hear it? In the
You
perception?
hear,
Okay.
but this is
That's about it.
can you see something perception? Yeah.
I'm still nauseous from the burn.
Okay.
I suppose.
Funnily enough, these are the only people that matter because they'd be the only ones that know. Varus, get into DM whispers.
Oh, don't.
Oh.
Oh fuck,
Oh.
that does mean we're in trouble. Oh shit.
Oh no.
Varys, tell me very quickly if I need to
Varys is
de-summon the
only
bird.
one who would know means they're probably noble. Because that's the only thing I can
Yeah,
think
they're gonna
of
be
Varys
they're
know
gonna
that
be
we
bearing like a flag or something.
Yeah, like a standard that we wouldn't be familiar with.
Wearing
Yeah, we're in trouble.
Yeah, they're probably wearing something really fancy as well.
Like,
Speaking of,
there's a beast.
if you want to wear something really fancy, you can go over to game2.co.uk and check out some awesome gaming merchandise, much like the awesome hoodie that Curls was wearing. Yeah,
Which I caved and bought in the other day.
and I've got mine here that I was wearing when it was cold, and it's now really warm in my room. But yeah, it's got this
I
pretty
have mine
sick
in
design.
I have mine in my wardrobe because I'm very tired today.
It's very
You have to take somebody else.
Anyhow.
with me?
No,
But-
just the one.
It is
By some
the
wonderful art.
unofficial official.
yeah.
Some
Anyhow.
wonderful art, ladies and gentlemen. Some wonderful art.
Mine is too small and you can't see it because it's all the way back.
Mine's in
Some
front of me.
wonderful art.
Anyway,
I don't
he's
have
back
any
now.
because I'm in
Oh, no,
America.
You guys
We
hear
ship to
it
America now, Erwin.
Yeah, I know, but I keep forgetting to just go on.
around you
Okay.
all. Shut
Guys.
the fuck up.
Back to the game.
You guys watch as basically you now see essentially the semicircle is coming around a horseman. Crossbows all lined at you guys. From the people that are there, you're also going to see one or two other things. So I'm just going to go to the chat and
The dwarf and Goliath from the Order.
Oh, they're still with you guys. You're still with you guys.
Varys, should we hide him?
I just throw my hands up and say, I'm a
No,
druid.
we'll be good,
It's just
we'll
a
be good."
bird.
Ashka immediately kneels down with the weapon in front of her.
I just like sort of shield the sun out of my eye, trying to look up at the sky a little bit and see if I see anything closer.
You just hear "Rah, rah, rah," just
I don't
echoing out.
recognise anyone, do I?
Not from this distance. You would recognize the creature.
Okay, it is what I think it is. Right?
That's not a
It's
good sentence.
It's a griffin, right?
It's a griffin, yes. As you watch these 15 or so people all just lining up, aiming crossbows at you all, and
Put my hand.
as they're all aiming crossbows at you all, I'm sorry, I'm just looking for the name now. I currently don't have the name in front of me for the leader of the order. The Order of the Gauntlet member in town. I'm trying to remember his name. Forgive me.
I have it somewhere.
I'm sure you do.
Nemo's going to position himself between Kirok and the
Black
nearest
Dragonborn.
crossbow.
Yes, the Black Dragonborn.
Oh, was it him on? Is he on a horse?
Yeah, he's in the center horse currently with a great sword on his back.
Is it Blan Hill Strider?
Yeah, Blandhill Strider is essentially he's at the center point of like this semicircle, but he's moving out first. And as he moves out,
Step forward
he's
to me.
just saying, yeah. So can I ask what the and as he is, you hear "Rah!" down next to him. You just see these massive claws into the ground, wings just spread out, "Rah!" out as this griffin shouts out, wearing this heavy golden armor. And from the back, you see wearing a mask with a bird face on it, this eagle face. You hear from Bran, I think we have a distinct misunderstanding as he gets off the griffin, steps towards, takes off the helmet, smiles at everyone as his grey peppered old face, long hair tied up on the side, short sword in one hand, a hammer at the other, and a crossbow on his back is Sildar Hallwinter.
Silva!
Zelda!
What's happening? What's
no
happening?
one else knows
Zero
who this
has
guy
same
is.
reaction. It's like,
Welcome back, old friend.
It's good to see you guys too. You've gotten a few friends. One's particularly big and colorful. Is he any threat?
He's
No!
alright.
He's
Everyone go home.
Okay.
You watch as Hillstrider looks for a
lucky.
moment. Go home, buddy. Trust me. I trust these people with my life. If they say it's harmless, big thing's harmless.
And I raise my hand and say, Moonpig say it's harmless.
I glare at Zero.
He looks you up. Wait, I thought you were the
We're
bees.
not.
Neither of those things.
We are called many names, sir. We haven't exactly decided on one yet.
Fair
I say
enough.
the
Isn't
Moonpigs.
Some may call us Tim.
it the Archmage? I could
I
swear
take
no
you- I
Archmage called
take you-
Tim.
Off the shoulders. Just put you on the floor.
we
Just
No,
so
wait,
you know.
actually, wait, what's happening?
well, we lost
wasn't
one. We
grounded.
lost one bee, and then we gained two people that weren't bees, so the bee didn't really work anymore.
We haven't worked out what
Yeah,
their bees
we've
are
had to
yet.
change our aesthetic.
And that's
Fair
why we're
enough.
the Moonpigs.
Why are you the moon?
We're not the moon. Can we
I
not
will
have
tell
this?
you-
Guys.
Okay, there's a story here. I really would love to hear this story, but first, give me a fucking hug!
Hug!
Group hugs.
Hug, hug,
Big
hugs.
ol' hug
I'm in-
around
I'm
the
in
old
for
guy.
this. I'm
I'm just walking the other way, trying to figure out where everybody is.
An,
Look up,
an
you
enormous
look up and see
beak.
the bird?
Yeah, an enormous beak bumps into the back of the group hug.
I'll go in for the hug. I don't
Yeah,
care.
as well as
I don't know who
the
this guy
rock,
is,
there's
but
currently
why
the
not?
griffin. The griffin currently
He's
butts in
great.
as well.
Just hug him.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
the,
wow.
the beak
Okay.
is like literally as tall as us. It's just like a huge flat surface, basically.
You watch as the griffin looks up at it, and it looks down at the griffin. The griffin looks up at it. You can tell this griffin doesn't like feeling smaller and inferior. And less colorful, because it currently has the
I
golden
relate
trimmed
this-
armor.
this griffin.
It has the golden trimmed armor, but has like different gems crested around its armor as well. It looks elegant as fuck.
Gloria's just like, it looks so cool. She's just like containing herself, but she's internally going, it looks so cool.
If you excuse me, sir, I think we are all in need of a drink right now. Not you, Kirok.
Ah!
You're too young.
She looks
Maybe-
younger and blue. This needs
Oh
explanation.
yeah, you
Oh,
turned there
yeah.
for that. Oh god.
Oh yeah,
There's so
she's like
much.
7 inches shorter.
Magic.
He was looking this way, and then he looked down a bit. Wait. Okay, there's a lot of explanation on all of our parts then.
Yeah. It's been a long time.
Too
It
long.
has. It's been well over 7 months since I last spoke to you all. And with all this giant knuffle I heard, and someone reported in a certain silvery moon that, oh, I don't know, a bunch of misfits and misbanded people united together and killed one of the most notorious sons of bitches in this region. And I thought to myself, who is stupid enough and clever enough to pull that off?
I pull out a white scale from my bag.
Emphasis on the first part, I think.
I'm going to get up and fix my mohawk.
It was a bit deflated.
Yeah.
Much like
Also
the-
got like snow slush on
Can
it.
it
Yeah.
just sort of flop back down to the right?
Yeah, no, it flops down, half goes to the left, half goes to the right at the back.
Ah,
We
I
certainly
introduced-
have increased in number.
You watch as Ungrim and Vimok just shout out, "Oi, what are you fuckers? Help us with this bag!" And they both get someone to put it, basically strike down between like 4 horses, and they're following the guys who are pulling back. We'll see you in town!
Thanks.
I went at them. Thanks again.
Keep the balance.
Keep the gold! Hey! And that was the Goliath.
I give him the thumbs up.
The Goliath currently has the goblet as a crown.
Ashka just sort of groans and the vein is throbbing more.
There's just a hand on your shoulder. Yeah, there's just 2 hands on your shoulder immediately. One from Sildar, one from Glory. Still that way. No harm in being that way. It's good to see you guys.
You too.
Right,
Yeah.
so back to town. We have stuff to catch up on.
Drinking a catch up sounds good.
We do have to
Sounds
go to.
good.
Oh, fine. Okay.
Are we staying then?
We might as well stay overnight.
What time is it?
We've got stuff to do.
You guys got up in the morning. Bear in mind, you guys pretty much left there by mid-afternoon. You traveled what was almost 3 days travel on foot in less than 4 hours on the back of the rock. It is now
Glory
closer to
does not
sunset.
compute this. So it's late, so we have a reason to. Yeah, we can stay.
Drink.
Yeah.
You have a reason to drink. You're not like Vox
Drink,
Machina,
say-
who
I
drink
didn't
at
say
half
that.
noon.
Yeah. Go get day drunk.
Thinking
Yeah.
it.
Okay, I tell him that he's been a good boy and dispel him.
Yeah, you just watch as the feather. You just pet him, and as you're petting him, just into your hand. So it goes, okay, no, that really is cool. It's cool as well.
Yeah, that's what I was
Is
about to
Big
say.
Bird
That's
gone?
pretty rad.
Gonna open my eyes. Okay,
I
he's
think you're
gone.
alright for a minute.
Yeah, as you now look over and there's a griffin next to you.
Ah.
Why doesn't he like
I'm just
birds?
gonna keep him permanently on one shoulder now. Just kind of.
Come on,
like things bigger
Kronos,
than me.
come on. And he just motions the griffin to follow him, as Kronos follows
It's
him.
called Kronos.
Kronos.
Fuck, that's so cool.
Which version of Kronos? The Kronos with.
Kronos.
Okay, that's the time god. I approve. Never mind.
But
Yeah.
I just don't like things bigger than me that can eat me.
I mean, I share a similar fear,
mean,
but I
that's-
don't
that's-
think.
Isn't that like most things?
Yeah, I feel like
I
that's.
cough and
As he,
say,
as he explains this, Sildar looks over, like literally just is looming over and goes, isn't that just called common sense?
I cough and say, "You're a gnome. I can eat you."
Just fall
And I get
forward.
uncomfortably close with my beak mask.
Can we not
Is
bully
he?
the gnome?
Do I have to? Do I have
No,
to be
you're good,
away
he
from
does
him?
this.
He look
Children,
sick?
please stop tormenting the gnome.
I hold
Yes,
I
he
wasn't
was
tormenting
trying
him,
to
I was just
intimidate.
questioning.
That doesn't
We
mean
weren't-
he
you're
wants
fine.
to be intimidated. Back
I,
away, please.
Zero takes off his mask and puts it on the gnome and say, "There, you'll feel braver. Now you are the bird. Be the bird."
Be the bird! it's face heavy.
And you see her dying as the goblin is doing it.
How did we adopt fish?
Oh!
I don't understand.
Sorry, forgot.
You just
Okay,
hear,
sorry.
you just hear as Glory, you just hear your hand on your shoulder pull you. Say, "How did you adopt like 4 children? What? I don't understand this. You had 2. You had 2 in a part."
I don't know how it happened.
One day someone will find a notebook and they'll open to the front page and go, "I'm Glory and this is the story of how I became a mother."
This
Implying
is a
that
story
Glory
all
has,
about how.
implying
No,
that Glory
that's-
has
that's-
legible
that's fine.
handwriting
Well, no, you have the circled one now, so.
doesn't improve our handwriting.
It actually does.
Yeah, but you're
It does.
smart. You're
There is
smart enough
only
to practice.
so much it can do.
You're smart enough to
Actually,
practice.
she's probably so smart at this point, she writes like a doctor.
Yeah. There you go. As someone who has a doctor for a sibling, I can agree to the fact that
It's just
that
cursive
handwriting
all the time.
isn't. It is literally just. It's one of those handwritings where it's like, okay, no one can ever duplicate your signature because no one can comprehend the fucker.
Yeah.
So, to save on time, you guys walk back. There's light chatter and like laughs. You fill them in on White Fang and the events that go. You're taken into, I believe it was called the Snoring. I forget the name of the tavern I gave it in town. I feel terrible now. Thank you, Glory, for checking. It
Snoring boar?
wasn't the Snoring Boar. It was like a weasel or an otter or something.
I know, but as soon as I get in there, I'm going to take one of my boots
The
off and
snoring
take a gold
gopher?
piece out of it.
The Snoring Gopher. Thank you. It's the Snoring Gopher.
God damn it, guys. How did I get here?
I mean, how does a gopher snore?
But it's
Same
not.
as
How
every other animal.
Us Toxiconi Finn.
Okay, thank you, Blue. Thank you. Alright,
You
I'm
look-
now.
You watch Siljar basically just go, okay, Kronos, wait out here, buddy. You're good. You're good. Good girl. Good girl. Just kiss the top of her head.
I go and check the cart to make sure everything's in order.
I go with Varys. And if
You
I'm
guys
gonna
watch
fight
as-
the gnome's coming with me.
You guys watch as Sildar watches you walk over towards. Oh yeah, they said it was yours. I kept people at it to make sure it was good.
Sildar, you're actually the
Why?
best person
I'd still
alive.
check it.
Okay.
I'm gonna check
you
my
go
card,
over-
make sure all my potions are there.
Your potions are accounted for.
There we go.
As you guys walk over, there is two people waiting. In full suit regalia armor, plate armor, like Sildar was. One is a little bit shorter than, like, say, Varus or Glory, about 5'10", maybe say 6'4", thereabouts. A tiefling. Spear on the back and shield, just arms crossed, helmet on. Same with the other one, who is a thin elf, very lithe elven individual who seems to be wearing this lighter leather armor, but it's the way it's designed, it looks like plate, and the way the form is over it all. Can't really take out the gender of the elf, but you can tell that the tiefling is female. The tiefling has this weird helmet that their helmet is like a face guard, but it's only half of a face guard, as if it's covered over one side. So there's only one eye. The tiefling wears a hood up and has a weird device that's just like strapped down onto the side. You've seen one of these before, and it has this weird, large mechanical thing on its back, but the thing on its side you can see is something you've seen before, is a pistol.
I walk over, not really to have a conversation, but just to return my familiar back to sitting on top of the cart, guarding the cart.
It's still there, yeah?
Yeah, everything is still there.
Can I... have to. Can I look at the tiefling and see if I recognize them?
Okay. Bear in mind, this is someone in full armor,
I know.
face
Glory
covered.
knows, but any tiefling, she's like...
Make an investigation check.
Glory is, look, she's...
What
Every time a
happened to our party
tiefling is
loot tab?
mentioned, fully expect this.
Bear in mind, you have a far higher intelligence now due to the fact you are
Oh
attuned to
shit,
the
I have a
band
plus
of
4 in
intelligence.
this. What the fuck?
Oh,
Ooh.
That's the highest I was ever gonna roll.
what is that?
Same number twice.
Ooh, ooh.
If I have to go in DMs, I suppose I'm gonna cry.
Um,
Oh, watch your face. I'm gonna watch your face like a hawk if that happens.
where's the party loot tab gone?
Do what?
It's still there.
Party loot.
It's near the
It's
top.
I can't s-
above player characters.
It's in guests.
It's like right next, like right below your two, Zero and Roman's names.
There
Glory.
it is.
Hello.
DM whispers.
Oh my god, please be.
Oh my gosh.
Please. God.
Good luck! Be strong!
If he's trolling me, I'm gonna kill him.
He's trolling you.
He's
Look at that
absolutely-
smug smile, he's trolling
Yeah.
you.
He's either absolutely trolling me or absolutely.
Go, 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 go!
It's gonna be no one. It's gonna be just like a base, like.
It's just gonna be a total stranger.
Yeah.
Watch this. Everyone stare, just watch.
Yeah, we gotta watch.
I'm
Well,
going
she's
to-
smiling, so I think it may have been a dupe.
Yeah.
If it was family, I feel like there'd be more shock.
Yes, she wouldn't be replying. She'd just be speechless.
And there's the disappointment because it's not who she thought it was.
Yeah.
Analysing faces. And she is taking notes.
Which means, well, I think it's, it's
There's a
Of
slight
course she's-
smile.
Of course, she's taking notes.
So there's something to take a note of.
So it's probably like a tiefling that lived in her village that she knows.
Yeah, maybe she
It's not-
maybe she knows the tiefling, but it's not her family.
Also, if you're happen to be a tiefling out there, visit Game Tea. We might have stuff for you. I don't know.
Go buy this.
Good plug, good plug, Naren. Good plug.
Concerned about.
Good plug, Naren. I'll be sure to get that discount code for you.
That discount code. Tieflings for
Is
life.
please have horns. Yes, the discount is please have horns.
Tieflings
Uh,
are people.
Yeah, Game Tea. We now deliver to Greyhawk.
We deliver all over the world.
Game Tea now delivering to the elemental plane of fire.
Please visit our store in Neverwinter.
We will charge extra for postage.
Game T now trading at MCM Silvery Moon.
all interplanar deliveries do have a bonus cost.
For spell reagents.
Please see our full terms and conditions.
Please stores for details. Batteries not included.
You know, the regular spiel.
This is a really long talk.
What else
Maybe-
about games can we plug?
Blue, why don't you tell us
Back.
about some of the latest of Game T's merchandise?
Some of the latest stuff, well, they had the Love Potion candles and some Valentine's cards sent in for Valentine's Day, if you've got some to
Well.
send to that special somebody. They also had some
that's
new...
a really good idea.
Yeah, they also had some new t-shirt designs done quite recently that have been very popular. So if you're into such games as Overwatch, perhaps, and also the Star Wars franchise, we may have
You guys
t-shirts for
watch.
you.
You guys watch as Glory spends a good minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes just looking at this tiefling.
I'm just there staring
Just-
at Glory the whole time.
Yep, and she is staring at this tiefling. This tiefling looks like she's trying not to make eye contact, but is looking and watching Glory, trying to like, as if to look but not to look, kind of thing, but is making it too obvious. The hands are shaking. She's about 6'4", shield and a heavy spear on her back. The symbol on her shoulder is just like this symbol of on the shoulder plate is of this ever-watching eye, this like all-watching eye, and on the shield is the same. And you watch as Glory just drops everything she's holding, just runs full on, and just grows straight into a hug.
Glory, do you
Where the fuck have you been?
I could say the same for you!
I haven't seen you. What? Where? I have so many questions. I just hug her.
She just hugs you straight back, and Sildar looks out and goes, "Wait, have I been taking care of your daughter or sister? What?"
It wasn't a dupe, guys!
No, it fucking
Wait,
wasn't.
I've actually just been taking care of her like little sister.
Okay.
Wait, I've done good. I've done good by that girl.
I'm just gonna
Mm.
turn around to the rest of the group and just, okay, everyone, this is Faith. And Glory's crying. Glory is like full on sobbing, crying. And she goes, "This is Faith. Faith, these are my friends." And she is like,
And
Oh,
at
he's a
this point,
mess.
oh yeah, you are now approaching, and you watch his Faith as well is also just and hi everyone, and just immediately goes straight back in, just a side hug, just pulls her in onto Glory.
oh my god.
Charmed,
Okay.
I'm sure.
Ashker is just standing protectively.
Just like that one hesitant hand, like yeah, this is okay, yeah. Also, by the way, I did roll a deception check to see if she could hide whether or not she was herself. She rolled a 9. She's not good at deception.
Can't hide from the big sister. She's been looking for her for fucking years.
Yes, she has.
Ashker is just watching and standing over Glory protectively. And
Yeah, you just that like half pose of ready to just move in to separate or do something. You're just like, you are like, this is a tense moment. I don't know what to do. I am used to violence. Help. I am used to hitting things when crying happens. What am I meant to do?
Glory just kind of looks at the group and she goes, so, needless to say, me and Faith have a lot of catching up to do. Would you mind if you guys can go catch up with Sildar? I just really need to talk to Faith for a little bit. Is that okay?
Ashker raises
Yeah.
a hand in between to interrupt her and just said,
Sure.
Glory, Moradin's flame, you do what you need to do. We will be right here
Thanks.
when you need us.
Farah, she watches the elf, leans over. Is the tiefling and the dwarf doing it? Yes.
Elves.
Wait.
I suddenly understand Ash's weird thing with elves.
Kirok, who is standing between the two of them, opens both wings to hit them both in the face.
Kirok, I love
Yeah,
you. You're my favorite.
I'm just standing in front like,
You watch it. You watch as the elf. Feather. Why is the feather blue? Why is this feather blue?
Why is the pen Blue. Sorry.
The pen is royal blue.
Faith, this
Ashka
is what
just
I've
sort
been
of-
putting up with for the last 7 months.
Ashka's. You can see that the face is slightly cracking, slightly as if she's trying to withhold laughter, but she sort of gives a very stern glance at the elf and then
Um,
walks away.
sorry, Glory. What relation are you to this fine young tiefling?
She's my little sister. My tiny baby sister who disappeared.
Ah,
Your baby sister has currently been under my watch for the last 6 months.
I go and give Sildar a hug as well.
Zero just turned around to Zero.
I try
just-
not to suffocate him. I try not to
Okay.
suffocate him.
Okay.
Zero,
I'm too
Zero
tired.
would like to turn around to everyone, produce flame, and say, "Back up, everyone! Back up! Give them room! Back up! Bugger off! Do your own thing. They need some catching up time. Come on, you two kill
I
off,
hug
everyone."
Zero. I hug Zero as well.
Zero, if Sildar was going, you're going,
I deliberately, because I know it's Zero, I try very hard. Like, it's almost patronizingly
it's almost
gentle.
like, pat, pat. And
You
so
two,
it's, okay,
you two catch up. Family's important. Never forget that.
he goes,
Zero,
Faith,
if
very
you
well.
let Kirok drink, I will kill you.
I'm sure
we're gonna
you
do
will.
a Frankenstein afraid of fire, just ah, ah.
So, Sildar looks to Faith. My dear, you are for the present anyway. You are relieved for duty, but I'll expect you back to check in with me tomorrow. Catch up with your big sister. I fucking called it the moment I saw you. Yeah. So, Sildar begins motioning everyone to the pub and looks
Sildar's
back.
the fucking
You
best,
two.
guys.
He is. I wasn't sure whether not to do it, and he just
Zero's
looks back. And
hurrying
goes,
people
okay,
along with his produced flame. Come on, move along. Nothing to see here.
yeah, you guys watch. It's just Kirok just a little bit, just a little smaller.
She's
on the
trying.
outside.
She's trying to hide it.
She's trying to hide it. She's terrible at hiding.
Oh.
He goes, red knife, red knife. Faith, I wish you best luck catching up with your sister. And for those who know, that is a rank in the Lord's Alliance.
Ooh.
Wait, does she outrank me? Oh no, Lord's Alliance. That's fine.
Lord's Alliance.
Damn it!
Actually, funnily enough, you're on the same tier.
Thank God. As long as she doesn't outrank me.
She would never
Glory's
let you
pride.
live that down.
No, Glory's pride will be permanently wounded.
Good thing you got that promotion like yesterday. Actually, it was a bit ago now.
Thank Christ, yeah.
Okay.
We're at 5
So
days
Glory
ago.
just immediately turns around to Faith and goes, "What happened? Where have you been? I need to know everything. Everything."
Well, she takes off the helmet firstly, after taking off yours, noticing that you still have that massive scar from the Oni down your eye.
Oh shit, yeah, it's on hers as well. I forgot about that.
Yeah, you have this
Before I
massive
forget,
scar.
no, give me my mask back.
You kick the gnome and you think, "Get your mouth back!" You all walk
I've
off
left it
towards
back.
the,
I left it whenever we started walking. I took it off.
towards the snoring gopher. You guys are all headed there. The mask is found, safe and sound.
Yep.
She takes off her helmet and her. I just need to check something real quick. Give me a sec.
Right. How's going like about 1,000 things a second? IRL and in character.
You watch as her. She takes off the helmet. It is her right eye that is missing.
You can tell me that story as well?
Now that was the doozy. That's going to require a bit of explaining. I kind of got chosen by a god.
Let's start there then. What? I turned around for 2 minutes.
I turn around for 2 minutes. God likes me. Who knows? Who knows? I don't even. Right. Drinks are in order. Problem is, I think that's the
You
only
are
pub in
not
town.
drinking. No.
She just. I meant of age to drink.
And still no.
You're not mom.
No, but I am me.
Yes, and
Sorry
you
to hear
can
that.
stand there as I get a drink. And she just walks past towards the pub.
Glory just kind of stops for a minute and realizes something, and then she follows her.
Oh.
She doesn't know.
Ooh.
So,
Okay.
when you decided to go off adventuring, shortly
Yeah.
after Mom said, I should try to go off adventuring. So I did.
Okay.
I went traveling. I went by Tribor. I went up north.
Yeah, I've been to Stratton.
Yeah, Tribor's a good city. Nice little town. I managed to get a horse there for a bit. Kind of lost the big guy. It really sucked. Yeah. So I went up to Longsaddle, and kind of got in a bit of trouble in Xanathar's keep. That was about 4 months ago when the giants really started showing up. There was a bunch of hill giants that just decided to start trying to steal everything in sight. So
That's not good.
we're siblings. What would you do? That's what I did.
Oh, please tell me you didn't start a fight. I thought I taught you better than
I didn't start a fight.
Okay.
I just happened to
Mister.
jump in second into the fight.
Oh, for God's sake.
Now,
I
to be
thought you
fair,
were meant
he
to
was
fight.
first to jump into the fight and points over to Sildar, who goes, and now I kill one of them fuckers. Just, he's already at the bar, mug up in the hand. I didn't kill one of them.
Faith, I thought you were meant to be smarter than me.
That's why I didn't just charge one headlong. I went around the side thinking, hey, I'll try to stay at its flanks. Nope. Whack. I got hit with such force that it knocked my eye out.
I know how you feel.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Barris, let them talk.
You guys can eavesdrop. Glory doesn't care.
Yeah, at this point, neither of them care. And neither Sildar nor his elf compatriot are hiding it. They're both just like,
We're making friends.
I'm just at the bar trying to grab the freaking mug.
you
just
have
like,
you have a
They
gnome-sized
come in
mug and you have a gnome-sized
Oh.
chair, which gets you up to the height needed.
I'm
You're basically drinking a half pint currently.
I am keeping an eye to make sure no one allows character to drink.
Oh,
Just half an eye.
I'll drag
Yeah,
Kirok
make a
away.
stealth check.
Well,
I swear to God. I swear to God. What do I have to make?
You have to make a perception
did-
check with disadvantage.
I mean, I'm not super stealthy, so I mean, that would match her passive perception.
She has disadvantage because she's currently focusing on her
'Cause I'm
sister.
currently talking to my sister who I haven't seen in 4 years.
You just declared you were actively doing it, so
Mother is always on the lookout.
I'm always watching.
Glory, Ash, you think for a second, or sorry, not Ash, Kirok, you think for a second no one's looking, and you reach up for the mug and you just hear, Kirok! You just merely mug out.
No.
Zero just whispers to Kirak, don't worry, I'll get you a drink later.
Heard
Oh,
that.
I'll
Zero,
come with
I'm
Kirok and be
still
like,
in a bad mood
"What is
with you.
I'll make sure
One-
she doesn't drink, guys, and I'll just drag Kirok to one side. Just say, oh, you've got a book to show me, right?
Yeah, book. And they pull out the book and start showing
Okay,
it.
you pull out the boat that you found, you're still wiping off
Kirok.
some frost off the front of it. It has this, the face on it is basically this illustrious wizard in a magnificent pose. There's deep purples, bright reds, pinks, yellows, whites, silver, all just like mashed together on the robes, while he's holding up this massive staff that looks like it's more or less just like almost like it's forged from this weird combination of fire and ice. You watch like one side of it is like just flames flicking up, the other side is just frost in this spiral upward. He just holds it aloft.
I've realised now that with the last two items that Kirok has found, and with Chromatic Orb being her signature spell, her trademark colour is in fact rainbow.
Rainbows.
Before you get too caught up in that book, Kirak, would you mind terribly if I borrowed one of your owl figurines for a moment?
Yes,
Yes, you would mind, or
yes, I would mind.
trust me, you'll enjoy what I'm doing with it.
I would like to, like, sneakily put
I
a mug in
insight
her
check
hand.
him.
Why are you guys all trying to subvert me the minute I'm distracted? What are you doing?
Because it's fun.
I'm literally. You guys are more
Basically-
upset. You guys are
basically
more
you guys are
obsessed about
currently
it than
doing-
me.
You guys are all currently doing it, as you all just see from the other side of just like the bar is just Ash looking at you all.
You guys literally
Don't
care
worry.
about. You guys care about it more than me.
Don't worry, Kirok. I don't need to do anything to it. I just need to look at it.
Oh no, I was like basically walking over with 2 mugs in my hand, double fisting. to
You were
kind
looking
of
like you were
over
just
and
going.
look.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Are you rolling inside on me?
Yeah, I was rolling inside on you. Kirok
I'm
likes her
gonna go-
owls. Well, she likes all her figurines.
I'm not lying, so I don't know what to roll here.
I don't know.
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
Persuasion, I guess.
You need
If
a
you,
higher
had
than a
if you had ulterior motives, it would be If you had ulterior motives, they'd be deception. But it's just like I'm not lying. I would just like to look at your figurine.
I
Seems
give
convincing.
him the iron one.
Yep, just as
And,
heavy iron.
I'm not going to ask for my cut exactly, Varus, but could I have one of those smaller gems, the 50 gold piece ones?
Oh, they're in the bag of holding. You have to
Oh.
worry for them.
All right.
Out of character, the
Sorry-
party
sorry to bother,
leader
just
was in
grabbed
the
a
bag of
gem.
And I
So
just,
currently, as you're
swing
walking
past
over,
Gloria, it's like,
as you walk
"Can I
over
borrow a
to,
gem?"
as you're walking over to her, so I was knocked out and I woke up in the temple being taken care of, and it's weird waking up and looking like this, and she just holds her hand over her eye, just going, seeing half of the world.
I wouldn't know.
But when I did wake up, I fell back to sleep afterwards. It was this kind of loose thing, but I kept thinking I saw 2 ravens on a window on either side, on left or right. And when I fell asleep the second time, this very, very large, this massive golden throne man before me. This long flowing beard, almost like flame, but this like bright ginger. Eyes were golden, looked down at me, a spear in one hand, and those 2 ravens I kept thinking I saw on either side of his shoulder, and said that he had found favor in me, and when I woke up I was able to do... And
I know what that is. I know my mythology.
I love that.
I do
Yeah.
out of character.
as that was happening, as that was going on, she just basically, and I could do this, and she just performs a healing spell, and just everyone in the closest 8 people all get mass cure wounds.
Wow.
Yeah, I can do this kind of stuff now.
I mean, you always
Oh,
wanted to do
God
stuff
damn, my
like that.
face doesn't look like it's made through a donut.
I know someone can do miracles.
Ashka.
Well, I mean, Mom made me, so that's clearly she's the one who can
Wow.
make miracles.
Nah.
Ashka sort of shoots a glance over to Faith and makes a very, very sort of somber nod to sort of respect the faith and
Respect the faith or faith.
both.
This is gonna get
I
confusing.
love virtue names.
She gives you just like this A-OK, like,
We chose
eh.
these for a reason.
And while everybody's
you-
distracted, I put a mug. You can't saying.
I saw
Also,
that.
Zero, if you ask for it, I'm Glory will just give you one. She's gonna give it.
She's just gonna be like focusing on this
Yeah, I'm
conversation,
gonna-
reach into the bag,
I'm gonna
hand
wait
you a gem,
patiently, but
keep
yeah.
focusing on the thing.
Yep. Okay, I just nod and wander off.
At this point, Varus, you just feel a heavy hand on your shoulder. Isildur's looking at you, going, "So, what's with the guy who looks like Death Incarnate, and what's with the guy who keeps fainting?"
So that guy is Death Incarnate, and that guy. I don't even get me started on that guy.
Huh?
I'm not Death Incarnate. I'm a druid.
He's a,
The
he's a
opposite.
druid.
I mean, technically, I would be the Death Incarnate because I am a warlock.
So his Death Incarnate, I don't know. What
He's
he
not
is.
even really
A
diseased.
druid of the Underdark.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not a
you're
bad
one
word.
of those.
It's an arsehole.
Oh, sorry. I haven't seen Druids from the Underdark in years.
I'm a druid, not a dick.
No, that is Varus. Varus is your group dick, aren't you, Varus? Yeah, you're the group dick, aren't you? You're the
You
group
are.
dick. He just gets you in the head, just gets you in the head like Nugget, group dick.
Just reach up and try and punch her in the face.
But your,
Go.
your strength is really low, and you're just hitting plate armor.
It's like they're brothers.
We're on a
Wow.
trip to assist me, actually. And, oh, your sister just killed a dragon. Be impressed.
Wow, my sister? Wow, that's amazing. And
Single-handedly.
Sildar
That's
looks
not
up
true.
at. Sildar looks up, or sorry, Fade looks up and goes, no, Sildar, Mr. Holman. Call me Sildar, or call me Sil. Jeez. These people will slap me if you keep saying you call me Sir or Mr. Hallwinter, I swear.
Mr. Hallwinter.
Hey,
True,
Well,
but before,
hubba.
Glare at all of you.
He just like looks down to the hammer side. I will hit all of you.
See, Glory's not the
I'm gonna go
really hard.
I'm gonna run up to the bar.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I was gonna run up to the barkeep and ask if I could use his kitchen and go in and make something for like dragon steaks, maybe.
You mentioned those. You have dragon meat, and you would like to make dragon steaks. He looks down at you, looks at the bag, make a persuasion check.
Ooh.
This is a warlock making a persuasion check. He looks at you, looks at the bag, and goes, "Oh fuck it! If you've got dragon, try it." Okay, make this. We'll say that makes this a straight intelligence check to know how to cook it properly. This is
Hey.
Oh,
this is
whoops,
white
I took
dragon
your
meat.
intelligence.
Hey.
I suppose in the
you want it
outset,
Still
it's
smiling?
intelligent.
Medium done?
He's a connoisseur.
Well done.
Connoisseur of dragon meat.
Indeed.
You're learning how to cook them all, and I'm just collecting all the scales.
I actually say to Glory's sister, now before the stories reach you about it, yes, Glory killed it single-handedly, but she wasn't completely naked when she fought it. She
No,
was wearing a
no.
blindfold.
Zero, be quiet. That didn't happen.
You watch it. She basically just has
Someday.
two fingers pushing up an eyebrow, looking at him, going, "Might have to believe you." That's the problem. I would have to believe you.
I just start handing out, plates with the steak on. Give one to the bartender. Go, here you go. Thanks for you. Let me use it, and then
Steaks for everyone. Silverdown looks down and goes, "I've had elk. I've had mammoth. As War Duke of the Lords of Hammer, I have had a lot of different types of steak. I have never had dragon."
Really?
I'm
We've had,
dragon.
we've had it twice.
Well,
Yeah, but this is-
hang on.
Yeah,
no.
I've,
You guys got to tell me this. And he looks
well-
over at the elf.
Oh, yeah. I say with a mouth
Rockpin,
puffing.
Rockpin, come on. And Rockpin is just not drinking, not. No, sir, I'm quite good, thank you, sir. You have to be so moody and broody all the time. Quite
I hand
yes,
him-
sir.
I
I
pull,
say,
Can't
Bring a
believe
plate right
Varus
to him.
Amelia has a normal form.
here you go.
Zero would like to say with a mouthful of dragon, saying, "Oh yeah, that was from the time your sister killed an ancient black dragon on her own. I forgot about that."
That's also not true. Don't believe
That one I
that.
don't.
Anyone said
That one I don't believe now. That one I
No.
don't believe.
Can you stop? You're ruining all future boasting.
Yeah, now I'm not gonna believe anything she says. Now I'm just gonna believe that she's like knocked out all the time.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah,
I
that's-
made-
Now
No,
see,
that's
here's
my
what,
job.
here's what really happened. Your story's messed up. See that white dragon and that black dragon just picked her up and started like using these trees as like ping pong mats and just battered her back and forth between them.
You know, with one of those, you're kind of close, but no.
That's pretty close.
That's not far from the Black Dragon one, but we're not going to talk about that.
Are you going to talk about the?
really?
Are you going to talk
you
about
mean
the
to talk
giants?
about that one?
We're not gonna
Oh, you've been fighting your own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And finding your own unique toys as well. What on earth is that you have
Glory
in your back?
looks a little uncomfortable, but she says that, yeah, you know, I've done things.
You've done things to
Ashka.
people.
Ashka stands up and slams her tankard on the table and just goes, "Moradin's Flame, Giant's Bane."
Please don't.
I raise,
You
I
just-
raise a
you
glass
just-
and say, "Glory, savior of Norna's hold."
You just
God.
watch this. His fists are being slammed against the table now. Sildar's just going, "Morden's flame, Giant's flame, glory."
I hate
Savior
all of you.
no one else hold. Savior of no one else hold. And he's just ramping this up.
The worst. All of you.
And I'm just like standing there, just like talking, like, oh yeah, and I've made dragon stir fry, dragon sandwiches, and like,
Rockpen, the elf, currently has the hood taken back. The hair is this is bright blonde all the way back, just this one streak of red all the way down. Is pretty much genderish neutral in the fact that you can't really discern, do they identify as this, do they identify as that. They haven't drank, they haven't eaten, but they're just listening very intently to the details of your dragon stir fries and trying to believe it.
I figured Glory did it, so should I? Do I recognize this elf? I'm assuming I don't.
Intelligence check, motherfucker. It's Varus's. It's Varus's great grandfather.
I might as well. Like, what am I doing? Just
Make an intelligence check.
I mean, if it worked for one of us, statistically.
I absolutely don't recognize them. Just no one.
But for the record, bad things happen when Varys rolls natural 20s and talents.
Varys suddenly goes, I have to leave, and then vanishes for an entire year.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You watch his drow rise up from the floor, drag him down to the Underdark.
Back.
Kicking and screaming.
If
And one of them
those
goes,
girls are
"Oh, hi,
"Hey, let's go
Norman!"
with you.
oh,
You looking at this elf trying to think, do I know any elf who meets his features? Now, you've been in Neverwinter for the last 7 months, and you know that there was a biannual sharpshooter contest. Archers and crossbowmen tried to go to Neverwinter. Everyone tried to see who could do the best mark. There's a pretty
I remember
wide,
it fondly, yeah.
there's a wide street in Neverwinter. It goes down nearly half a mile. And the whole point of this street is it's used in the fact that it's cleared out and there's targets left down at the bottom of the row. And people move back 100 paces every time until they're so far back, every time firing, moving back. People who miss are kicked out and they are disqualified. You look at it, you recognize the fact Rockpen was the name used. I'll describe the name in a minute, or Rockfen, I should say. And Rockfen went pretty damn close to the half-mile mark. Just barely underneath, 900 feet. Like, straight up 900 feet was firing with, funnily enough, with a sidearm. As they described before, they didn't want to use the gun they used for killing because they thought it would be unsporting. So yeah, that's Rockfen. That's the only time you ever recognize this individual.
That's cool. I'll just go back to flicking through the book that Kirill got. Just have a little look.
Okay. Whatever was in this book,
It's
as you open it up, there's ink. There is actually pages upon pages of written notes. All the ink immediately begins dripping out, like all at the same time. There's no ink left, and it all just pours onto the floor.
Oh,
well, that's a rune book.
Nope. Now the pages are perfectly clear, as if they've never been touched.
Oh. Okay.
Varus, what have you done now?
I closed
He's
the
inked
book
himself.
and place it down.
You had to do it all over my shoes! Dude! My shoe! You
that
know how
wasn't-
hard it is to get steel boots clean!
That wasn't me. That was.
It's a
someone else.
nightmare!
I grab a cloth out of my bag real quick. Oh, here, let me help you there.
That was.
Prestigita-
that
my
was
boot!
the
Prestidigitation.
other guy.
Yeah, but yeah, like prestidigitation, but making it look like it's coming through. Like I have a
Yeah,
magic
like,
cloth.
wow, you've got a sheen on those.
Yeah.
He says it as he reaches for his mug, and you guys watch it underneath him. You just hear glump. Empty mug left back up.
Potion maker, shoe shiner.
I mean, really, I'm just.
Goat fainter.
Shiny shoes, governor!
Dragon stew maker.
Although, I mean, now the shoes are kind of off because the other one's not shined. So it's just like one shiny boot, and then the other's just kind of.
Yeah, one
like,
is just like this mud caked in, just like travel boot. The other one is just. Ah.
While I'm sitting at the bar, I'd like to put down the iron owl, study it intently, and put the gemstone next to it.
Okay.
Then I'm going to try and cast Stone Shape to make the gem look like the Iron Owl, in shape at least.
Make a Arcana check.
Arcana? Really?
Yeah?
Because this is a druid spell, but alright, Arcana.
Well, it's really anything to deal with
magic.
magic, yeah.
It's more the matter of you're trying to use what's meant to be used on stones, like actual like stonework. Now I know
It's a
gemstone. I know, but it's meant to be used on brick, mortar, mud, sand, that kind of thing. The different variants of actual stone, but not like a gem, which is just mineral that has been hardened a particular way. You managed to now. It looks like it's been the rough stages of a craftsman, and you do destroy the gem, like you do take a huge chunk out of the gem doing this, so the gem's pretty much wasted. But it is now just like a rough cut. Could be polished, could be cleaned, but it is pretty good compared to the other one.
Alright. I'll hand them both back to Kerok and say, here you go.
Damn,
You
I
guys
knew I
hear
should have gone a jewel crafter.
You guys just hear the highest pitch from the thing as now there's... You've got a good family, don't you, Glory? Now you've got two.
I got 2 of them.
So what kind of figure am I marking down now? Is that just
I don't
like,
know what the gemstone was, sorry.
It was
what
just a,
what color was it?
it was just a 50
Death?
gemstone.
You
50
did not
gold,
specify
we
which one
only
you took.
have a gem.
It's,
It was just
it's
a gem.
we'll say it's a purple one because I know
It's-
that we had amethyst at some point.
It's
Okay,
referred
we'll
to-
say it
it's
was an
referred to
amethyst.
as a gemstone. So
Okay, so you now have an amethyst owl.
amethyst
You know what I'm
owl, question
yeah.
mark.
No, you know what I'm thinking of with amethyst owl? I'm thinking of Steven Universe.
Oh yeah, jokes.
Humor. So Sildar is like, okay, so last I saw you guys, you beat the shit out of a guy who disguised himself as a spider.
Oh, that
Oh
fuck.
shit, that was ages ago.
Yeah, what have you guys been up to since then?
Oh,
Gulp.
holy shit, so much.
We
Reaches for a new mug. Gulp.
killed giants.
How long have you got?
Long story short, we killed some giants. We.
I could be here as long as I want. I'm off duty for like 3 days. I just
fuck?
told him I'm fucking gone. When the War Duke says he leaves, people can't say no. What are they going to say? No, stop, arrest him. No, they listen to me. Arrest him. I'm off. I'm back in 3 days. I'll let him out.
Would anybody like seconds on the dragon?
Me.
No.
Me.
Okay, 2.
So line up the thirds when you're at it.
Right now.
I'm just picturing Roman in an apron. Nothing but an apron.
Kiss the cook.
Kiss the cook.
Like I had to run out. I had to run out to the cart to grab
Get
it.
it.
Just
Kiss,
there we go.
kiss the cook. Kind of drags between your feet a little bit. You've learned to avoid it.
Every now and again, it's
If you're
like a
talking
little slip. Just okay, I'm good.
Spook's not here, so his spirit is though, so I'll say it. I hope you're talking about the apron dragging between his legs.
Oh,
Don't
shit.
drag down this campaign to that level.
Yeah, don't worry.
This is a happy
have two
place
campaigns,
without
that's gonna be
without
there.
him.
I am.
Unmarked by his taint.
Poor choice of words.
What?
Moving on!
Sitting there at the table. I just want to reopen the book that Kirok got. Pull out some ink and just for the next 2 hours to start writing. Pull out my spellbook as well to start copying something from my spellbook.
Ah.
into the book.
That's nice of you.
I will message you, Dash, telling you what I'm doing.
Well-
And then she can inspect it later.
Yeah, well, you can copy one of the ones that was in there if you want, because I get 2 from the start.
I don't have the time to do that.
Oh, okay.
It takes 2 hours per level of spell, so
Okay.
I'm copying one spell into your spellbook, and I've told Dash what it is.
Cool.
Rory, does your
That's
sister
it.
want to come on a road trip with us?
Does my sister have the time off? Probably.
She's like, Sildar, do I have the time off? He goes, fuck it, sure. He goes for his now 12th mug.
I mean, if there was ever a time to ask him.
Silver,
Glory just
if I-
suddenly goes very pale.
Sildar, if I didn't know any better, you drink like a dwarf.
I'm sure there was a dwarf somewhere in my lineage.
Ashker has
say-
probably had about 5.
Speaking
and
of,
she's still
if
very,
we're
very
going to go
sober.
see a king, maybe we should bring a gift. Ale might be a good choice.
To be fair, we have a letter. We have actually got a reason to see him.
Well, yes, we have a letter, but it would be nice to bring a gift to the king to earn favour for the moon pigs.
Well,
I
should
mean,
we go
that's true.
shopping and see what we
Not our
can find?
name.
We
Not
are
now,
not
you're not.
the moon pig.
Well, for whoever we are.
We can talk about it in the morning when you've all had less to drink. Glory, by the way, has not drunk very much.
I haven't drank anything. I'm
I've
filling
only
up
had
on
like
dragon.
one.
You guys watch as Faith, Sildar is beginning pissed. Faith has knocked 2 back, reached for a 3rd, knocked that back.
Nope. I will stop her when she starts to look drunk.
She doesn't look
Glory.
drunk. She's
God damn
keeping
her.
pace. She's keeping pace with Sildar, and she is not getting drunk. She's
I
a
will
hardy
stop- I will
girl.
stop her. I will stop her though, because big sister, it's my job.
You can't even get it off my breath. I'm fine. I'm totally not casting spells on
just-
myself to get the hungover and drunkenness off.
Look, just be more careful, okay? Just.
I've got spells to cast.
I know, but just.
It
have
kind
no
of gets hard to
idea
cast when
how
you go.
many times-
"Hubba-hubba-hubba."
I never
I'm
get
going to-
hibba. I'm more
I'm
getting.
gonna-
Hey, everyone looks sexy.
Oh god, it runs to the family.
I'm going to finish off my
Of course
3rd
it
helping
does.
of dragon, and then I'm going to go up to bed. And I'll
Yeah,
say,
the
"Farrah,
third
you
one I'm gonna
coming?"
have done in a nice beer, cooked, braised and everything, and then have a nice sauce then laid over it on the 3rd.
What the fuck?
Hey,
Why do you
I'm
have
cooking.
this skill?
You
What's
just
up?
watch as Sildar's nose just goes, I want that.
Yeah, if he's drunk enough,
I
he'll
have a
really
3rd.
get it, definitely.
There you go.
What's
Have a 3rd
up-
made.
Kirak, have some, come on.
What's up in
Take
this
its
copy of the
place.
spell? Oh,
And he gives you a bit of the beer basted as well. There you go, because he doesn't know it's beer basted.
Neither does Glory.
That is Kirak.
Nobody knows it was
Kirak just went
done up in the beer.
"Oh." Sildar went, oh no.
What people are forgetting is that when you cook with beer or
Yeah,
with
it
wine,
ruins the alcohol.
It just burn off.
it burns off the alcohol.
Okay, you
No,
need to remember,
no,
this is a
the thing
okay,
is-
I know that. This is a drunk guy going, oh no, alcohol!
No, see, the thing is, you don't fully burn off all alcohol you use. There's always going to be some percentage left, depending on how much you put in.
Be tiny.
Yeah, right.
It's minuscule, but yes.
not enough to
Yeah.
get.
Unless you're pouring in
Not
hard
enough.
vodka, you're not gonna
Yeah.
taste it.
Like, if it's just like a
but
beer,
to let you guys
usually
know,
it's only like 2-3%.
is there any, because this is going to go on for a few hours, is there anything you want to tell Sildar? Like any quest that you're on that you want to ask him about?
Ask them about the people in Silvery Moon.
I will ask him about the person in Silvery Moon.
Okay,
Where's
so the
quest?
quest in Silvering Moon was... let's
The
see.
Margaster family.
Yeah.
But it was the
There's family
Yeah,
beef there, but I
off
can't
of it,
remember
Yeah,
but-
the Margaster's family. He just begins, and you now notice he's developed, he had like just a faint beard, now he's developed a very pronounced just goatee. Like he has the side beard still, but the mustache has just become the most pronounced. Just out to the sides, pretty well oiled and maintained, and just almost into perfect curls and mustache. He just back and forth it. Well, they're not the. How do I put this politely? And I'm also looking for my dice. Where'd my dice go? Where the fuck? Come on,
Oh,
my
this is
dice.
canon, by the way.
No, it's not cannon. I'll shoot you out of cannon. This is not cannon. Where do I leave my dice?
I mean, if he's drunk enough, we don't have to know what he's talking about. The fourth wall doesn't have to exist.
He goes, well,
Before I go to bed, Ash, while we're in town, open up a vault or something. I'll get some trade certificates. We can't carry around all this money. Now I'm off to
Okay.
bed. Good night.
This is true.
I mean,
Goes,
we are going to spend
well,
it in...
the owner of the. Oh, by the way, if you got cash, go to Citadel Felbar. You're gonna get minted. They're one of the few cities that work in adamant. It's so good. And just because rubbing his chest, yeah, adamant armor is so awesome.
God, he's
Wait, what was I talking
Slap
about?
her in the face.
Silvery Moon, Margasters.
Thank you. And he just reaches for his next mug. Memory liquid, help me. Yeah. Main lady of the family is Zamlin Margaster. She's a thundering ass-basting bitchaloid, as I think the most educated and sophisticated person I know said. Faith.
Understood that reference.
Chloe glares at Faith.
Faith just looks back at you and goes, she is! To be fair, we did have to pull her on. She almost looked like she was She had materials in several different dealings that looked like they could be in relation to conjuration, but some people were concerned they might have been the transmutation or the manufacturing of, well, undead, necromancy. You know, the stuff that...
Oh, I understood that.
If you're on this side of the Aranok desert, you're not allowed to.
I'll just say out loud. You hear that ask? Necromancy.
She does, well, she's got guards, and, well, her guards have been the two same men for the last 40 years, and they still look like they're in their mid-20s, so they're weird. And they're also silent as all hell until she gives a word.
Ask, you listening to this?
She's...
I will get to you, elf, later.
Oh no, they're not undead. These guys are more than capable of having a conversation. They're just colder. They don't like talking that much. And when they do talk, they tend to twist your words and... Yeah, no, they're not undead. Undead aren't that clever. These are just like... These are sass-dead. They're just sassy fuckers. Unsassy is what they are. Besides that, I'm trying to remember. They own like a 3-story tower, detached carriage in Silvery Moon.
We know about the tower. I had my suspicions that it was a thieves' hoard.
No. I remember about back when she was adventuring. Legacy went through there with a bunch of her friends. This old Sparta guy who... Why does he act like this? Even though he looked like he was in his late 50s. Yeah. They went up and they kind of had a lot of those... You know where you can tell something big's going down and it's just like that fireworks effect? And you're just like, yep, something's going down up there. That was happening apparently.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, so that was the last time we pretty much heard any bothersome about that. I was only a kid when those rumors were going around. Back when I used to live there, but now I'm adult and I'm having my 14th mug. And he falls off the table. I am okay.
And that's where the dwarven bloodline ends.
Yep. I'm all human here. As he pulls himself up. Ooh.
Time to hit the hay, sir.
No, I'm not. Right. Anything else you guys want to talk about? I am currently an open book.
Why are you a human? I thought you were an elf.
I'm not an elf, he's an elf. And he points over to his associate, who's just not been drinking this entire time, Rockhan, who's just been looking at all of you.
Just chilling. They're just chilling.
They're just chilling, yeah.
I didn't realize I thought he was an elf.
Oh no, he's a human.
Yeah.
Have you heard of a knight called Harfos Zymorvan?
You mean the guy that runs Imorven Hall, the hall that I was at before I heard rumors about White Fang resurgencing? I went to Silvery Moon, I got told he's dead, I came here. That hall? Yeah, I might know that guy. He might be married to my sister. So I might know it. I might know the dude.
So what's he up to? I've heard good things about him.
Hey, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
We have heard rumors of a giant slaying weapon that he might know something about.
You watch his face go, oh, he has one. Why the fuck haven't I asked him for it? That would be so helpful with all these giants.
I don't explain it, I just say sorry.
Have you just dibsed it?
Possibly
Mother Fluffer. Mother Fluffer ass blessing butter.
Glory, you've got a really cool axe though, right?
I glare.
Yeah, both you watch his
The smile.
Rockfen's face has looked over to you now, and both Sildar and Faith are looking at you going, yeah, tell us about that axe. That thing looks minted.
Less said about that, the better.
Yeah, let's not talk.
There's a long story
Varys, doesn't
about that
Giant
axe,
take your sword as well?
and it doesn't end in happily ever after.
Don't talk about it. Also, don't touch it. It's mine.
Oh god, that'd be funny if it wasn't accurate. Yeah, there's a lot going on with this group. I was gonna ask Sildar.
Oh, also I forgot I needed to roll see if I get charges back for my staff.
Okay. Yeah, we'll say because there's been so many days you got it back.
Yeah, it's been.
I would ask Sildar if he, like, because we've encountered a lot of giant problems. How far has he been hearing about them? Like, is this becoming very common?
Lori, you watch as you're trying to hide information. Like, you're trying to basically... I'm letting you guys know right now, I rolled a natural 20.
Faith or Sildar?
Faith.
God
She's
damn
looking
it.
straight over at you.
Gee.
Lori,
Do I get to roll a deception check?
it's a natural 20. You can certainly try.
Come on, show me that natty twent.
I don't think Time Borrower will protect me from Glory's sister.
Well, it'll be your charisma against her.
Yeah, what? My 7?
Exactly. If you roll a net 20.
Nah.
Yep.
Where am I going? What am I saying?
She looks over to you for a moment. Is there something with that axe that you don't want to talk about?
It's fine.
No, it's not. No, it's
not
no,
a
it's no.
problem.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Ashka immediately stands up and
No, it's
stands
alright.
next.
It's not a problem unless you're an orc.
Why?
No.
What happens when it's an ore?
You tend to die generally.
I will roll.
Ashka points at her face and says, "This is what happens to the orcs. What happens when a dwarf deals with orcs?"
I'm gonna do a
They
message cantrip
die?
to Faith and just tell her to basically don't ask, and I'll tell her later.
She looks over to Varys. It's gonna make an insight check. That was a 2.
You can insight check your sister, but not Varys.
She looks over to Glory's hand and just reaches out and takes it. I've got a hunch. And just grabs your hand and holds her symbol. You watch this holy flame just reach around through her hand into yours.
Please.
And I'm gonna make sure I read the spell right.
Dang, what level is she? That's an interesting question.
She's higher level than me, guys.
No, she's not. No,
If you
she's
can do
not.
Mass Cure Wounds.
Let's go try.
So,
Cleric. Cleric, man.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take a look
I
at
was gonna say, if
this.
my 9 years younger sister is more higher level than me, I'm gonna be so angry.
It's very
No.
handy to know a cleric.
You don't
Very
need
handy to know a cleric, but it's not that. It's not any of those spells, but she did take a hunch. The first one failed, and then she immediately tries to cast a spell again on you. A different spell.
How do I do it? No, I don't.
Okay, so the Lesser Restoration doesn't work. The Remove Curse, however, does.
Hey!
Yay!
Move curse.
Faith is a wonderful person. Faith is the best member of this family.
I don't know, your mom's pretty dope.
Yeah, she's great.
But her mom can't remove a curse, can she?
Probably,
Yeah,
actually.
she can. she has access to Remove Curse and Greater Restoration as well, funnily enough. High-level sorceresses.
Yeah, she's pretty great.
Maybe a rune child, who knows?
Who knows?
I don't know shit.
Sorcerers don't get greater restoration.
But
Sorry,
yeah, what
archmages
happens to
do.
me?
So you watch as you've basically not been able to leave this axe away from you. It's always been by your side. It's always been at the side of your bed. Now you just think, you just reach back, you take it up. There's no desire to hold it, keep it close to you, and you just throw it away. It just slides across the table, across the side of the.
Screw it.
I don't want to go near that thing. I don't want to touch it.
The moment she
Moradin
lets go
bless
of
you,
it,
Faith. Moradin bless you.
the moment she lets go of it, I'd run over to it.
Okay, you run over to it.
Varys, if you're tuned to that axe, don't do it.
I'd pick it up.
Why would Varys
Okay.
attune to an axe?
I don't.
That you pick it up and it's heavy.
I would
Sometimes
then
don't trust Varys' judgment.
dimension door to my room upstairs?
Fucking shit.
You find Zero up there, and
Yes! God, he's not on
That's
his own
fine.
yet.
That's fine.
looking outside an open window, and he's summoned 8 regular-sized bats, and they're all cuddling him.
That's,
This is one of those no one will believe you moments.
No one will believe you.
I just get startled. I'm like, huh? What? What's going on?
All the bats immediately were all just like kind of either flapping up in your face, or they were all just like hanging off of you. All just are now hanging off of your arms as you turn, and all looking straight at Varys.
Like his arms are just out like this. Just
Yeah, he's just got about like 2 massive
assuming-
bat hangers.
I'm assuming it's sort of dark in the room, so I'll be like, fuck it. Drop the axe on the floor. Like, I'll push it under my bed a little bit. Grab my cape that I'm wearing and probably morph myself into a bat. With the cloak of the bat.
There's now another bat. There's now another bat in your room.
What are you doing? I
then
reach up under my mask, wiping out
I
tears from
fly
under my
around
mask.
all the bats so you can't tell which bat is me.
Except now he has
dismiss the
9 bats.
I dismissed the bat, so there's only one.
I'm now just a bat sitting there on myself.
Varys, what are you doing? I'm thinking. What are you doing?
Sorry, sir. I'll drop it. It's the best possible. You see that axe? The glory has.
So wait, you dismiss it while hanging from
you
him?
got it off her.
So you just go.
Oh, I'm like, I was just flying around, yeah.
Alright.
So I'm on the floor. So she's not. I think she's not cursed.
Okay.
Her sister did some shit.
We'll see about
So-
getting it destroyed, or better yet,
Yeah,
sell it.
I figured to get it away from her for now would be the best bet. Now she can be away from it.
I can sleep on top of it if you want. I've slept on worse.
If you could.
Glory, for the first time forever, you can lean back properly because the axe isn't strapped to your back, and you feel like there was a little bit of a hunch going, and you're like, oh, I can move my back, finally.
And you guys thought Varys was going to do something bad with it.
I did
I
think you were
didn't.
going to do something stupid. I'm sorry for thinking so less
He
of
was
you.
just getting away from you.
I was just like, it's an axe. He's not going to use an axe for anything.
And
I
barely
just
lift the
figured-
fuck.
I don't trust Varys. I do trust Varys, but to an extent.
You trust Varys, you don't trust Krauser.
That's true.
It's like people saying, we trust Jared, we don't trust Dazak the DM.
That's what's about.
I drag the axe up into my bed and just sort of lay down with it.
To let you know, if you lie that close with an axe for that long, you may into it.
Just leave it under the bed.
Yeah, don't touch the axe.
Because that would be hilarious. You would tune to the axe, I must use this axe! It's dragging everywhere!
I'll leave it under the
Glory,
bed then.
throw me with the axe at people!
Just leave it under the bed and I will just do a little alarm ritual spell.
Okay.
On the axe. In case it moves, I'll wake up.
I'll druid craft the. I suppose we're on wood flooring.
Yeah, you're on wood flooring.
Actually, I don't think druid craft can do this. Never mind.
Druidcraft is simple enough so long as you have the... As long as it's not like iron you're on.
Yeah, I was just gonna sort of cover it in a bit of plant life.
Yeah, it's easy enough. Like there's like just small bits of moss and just like small weeds and grass just grow up around it.
Yeah, just to put some life between us and it.
Yeah. So we'll say for the rest of the night, you all are merry. You all are jovial.
Except for Zero,
That's
who says
something.
who actually
Say
wants to
again,
sleep with
Glory?
Varys.
I do need to talk to Faith about something when it seems like everyone else is distracted doing other
Okay.
stuff.
Everyone is kind of busy talking to each other. Everyone's watching
go to bed or
Sildar.
whatever.
Just like Sildar is on number 20, and there's now 5 mugs lined up, and everyone is just going chug, 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 and he's just
Oh god.
Then Ashker and him.
I can burp sound, and he just falls back and his legs are up. At that
Ashker
point,
and,
you're kind of alone.
Ashker and him sort of walk upstairs and they're singing really, really loud songs together.
Yeah, you're just laughing loudly together, and you just hear like softly. Then once all laughter's gone down, you just hear still going, "You know, I love you guys, yeah."
Aww.
I do too. We all do too. We all do.
Zero did want to talk to Varus when the opportunity arises.
Yeah, we're up in our rooms, so we can do what we want. Now.
Okay,
can go
you guys
first.
you guys can do that
I
in
have
a
a
minute.
depressing discussion.
Something else
Yeah,
will be
let-
going on.
Oh boy.
Glory, in your head, you just hear, "I need you. Come back to me. Come back to
What
me."
the fuck? Glory says out loud. Because Glory does not understand.
Make a deception check because you're trying to stop laughing.
Out of character, I know what you're doing because I did this to Mordecai last week.
Oh yeah!
I think I've done Mordecai didn't know.
What the fuck?
It's amazing how many warlocks don't tell people they can do this.
Do I have fluid insight? What do I do?
No, like there's nothing. You were just aware there's now a voice been ringing in your head saying, "Come back to me."
Glory's just like she looks like she's just fed up. She's like, for God's sake.
Which god, mine or yours? And it's just you watch Fate push another mug over to you. It might be half empty because you weren't looking at the time.
God
She's
damn it.
What?
Conspiring against me.
She just says the sister thing of "love you,
Love you.
love you, I'm a little shit."
So we need to have a talk about a thing. Okay. First of all, thanks
I
for the
know.
axe thing.
Yeah. Great to see you. Sorry for the whole eye thing. I didn't see it coming either.
That was not a good joke.
I've been
That was
around
not a good joke.
I've been around Sildar for 6 months.
That's not an
Give me
excuse
a-
for a joke.
Yes.
That bad.
Yes, it is.
No,
He
it's
is the
not.
he is the dad. He does the dad jokes. Okay, just give me that. Okay.
Oh, he sold a 76, isn't he?
Ah.
Oh god.
We're gonna end up with the whole crew at this rate.
This is made. Carry on.
Anyway, I'm trying to have a serious conversation. God damn it, guys. So I kind of Glory looks awkward, like visibly awkward, like she's trying to phrase things.
What is it about you and the dwarf? Because that's about as obvious as
No, I don't.
giant.
I don't want to talk about that.
we will be talking about that at some
I
point.
know,
and I'm
I know
interested.
you're gonna be interested. 'Cause
Yeah.
everyone is interested in that. For some reason.
You're clearly interested in each other as well. Go on. And she just takes him like. "Yep."
When was the last time you went home?
I haven't been home in. Well, I've traveled. I was pretty much heading my way back with Sildar is going to book a few days off, travel up about a week, travel up, be able to see everyone, travel back. Be a bit of a stretch, but I'll be able to pull it off.
I don't know how to say this.
Go back to Miss Honeybrook's bakery, old John Ton's blacksmithing. 'Cause
Yeah.
you know he'd always make those little toys.
Yeah, I do remember those.
Everything was so much easier back then. We didn't have gods and dragons and giants.
Before we advance further in this conversation, have they gone off to somewhere private, or are we all here
No,
for this?
I'm just assuming
They're
that.
still
Gorgeous
at the
hoping that
table.
no one's
Just
sleeping.
everyone is currently everyone is like, more focused on having their own little foods or whatever. But Kirok kind of is one. Kirok and Roman are, as well as
Glory hasn't
Rockfin watching
Is there a
Ash
shopping?
being
So you're
taken
allowed
up.
to.
You're all just like all sitting doing your own things. Like you were talking to Roman at the time, and Rockfin's doing their own thing. But you're all listening. You can't really help but to, because it's the only way the conversation.
Okay.
Gloria just reaches over and just gently puts her hand on Faith's hand and just
Oh,
like.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
I don't like being the bearer of bad news. It's all gone. The whole thing.
What?
It's all gone.
Just watches. She's
How's
pulling herself. She's pulling herself straight up, like trying to pull the hand away. It's just there's just that disbelief. Still, no. But don't joke about stuff like that. Don't
You
joke
can
about stuff
see
like
when I'm
that.
shitting you, Faith.
Don't joke about stuff like that. Where's mom? Where's mom?
Gloria starts crying.
Where's mom? And she just
You don't
begins grabbing you. Where is Where is she?
I don't know.
You have to find her.
I know, that's what I'm trying to do. And I couldn't find you, and I couldn't find Mum. I
I'm
don't
here
know.
now.
Okay.
That's one thing done. We'll find Mom.
Yeah.
And
That's
she just
plan
begins
two.
sniffling back, and we'll find Mom.
Chloe's- yeah. And I mean,
And you can tell she currently is just stood up at this point, hands on your shoulders, and she's visibly shaking. Her arms are entirely trembling.
yeah. Glory's not looking much better.
We'll, what do we do? How do we do this?
Sit
Sis,
down.
what do we?
Sit
Sis, what do we? Sis, what do we? You have to set yourself up almost a bit, pull
Yeah.
her back down.
I'm just making sure we're both sitting down because I'm aware this is a social conversation.
You'd fucking run off at this point, is what you'd do.
Just, at the minute, I'm following these guys because I think they'll come with me, and I think if anyone's got a chance of finding Mum, it's going to be these guys. I
Okay.
trust them,
Okay.
and I think they can help, and I don't think I can do it on my own.
Okay. Do you have any leads?
I'm going to very obviously lie and say no.
She is currently just in alert mode.
Yeah.
Everything is currently.
I'm
she's
not
in
expecting
this-
to get away with this. I mean,
Yep.
I'll try and make a deception check.
That was the second time I've rolled a natural 20.
Wow.
Roll it for the balls. Nope.
Yeah. And that's why the hands went up. I reached for the camera to show you guys.
She is insightful as fuck.
No, Faith can just read Glory like a fucking book. Always has been.
She gets a natural 20, just always doing it, but no, not always.
Thank you, Timor. For outing
It's twice in a row. You do. You don't want to tell me because you think I'm gonna go off like a fool, but you do.
me. Yeah, I've got an idea.
Where?
Iron Slag.
Isn't that meant to be some old giant forge or something?
Yeah, something like that.
She just pauses for a moment. That's somewhere near Citadel Fellbar, isn't it?
Don't know. I don't really know.
Well, because you never looked at a map when you were younger, when Mom tried to teach us.
I was doing
But-
other things.
Hitting dummies with swords.
Don't know me like this.
We both know it's what you did. You looked at the young girls when you were a young girl, and you hit things with swords.
Yeah, okay. But look, I think right now we're not ready. Because I've charged into things when I wasn't ready and bad things happen.
Okay.
I
Well,
think-
you know several things right now. So I tell you what I'm gonna do. Sildar mentioned he knew someone who had a giant slaying longsword, great sword, or whatever it was. Sword.
Yeah, we were hoping we were.
I'm going to go with him, and I'm going to find this sword. I'm going to jam it up whoever I have to get it back to you. And when I get it back to you, you let me know when you're good and ready, and we're going to go find Mom.
You know, actually, that's a very sensible plan.
Yes, it's almost like I have actually been casting Lester Restoration to stop me from Lester. I'm still. I don't care. No. You just tell me that.
You're out of spell slots, aren't you?
She puts her hand up. She puts your hand up to your hand. Just smack it away. No more drink.
You're out of spell
No more
slots.
drinking.
What you just told me, you cannot stop me. I'm going on the firewater.
No, absolutely not.
You hear from upstairs. So they go firewater.
Absolutely. Faith, can you not?
Moment firewater gets mentioned as well. Rock Fen for the first time goes. Ooh.
I shouldn't stop you, but
There aren't really that many lemons, but there's oranges slices that are brought out with shots of firewater and lines of salt. Salt put on the
Looks like that
hand.
one.
Yeah. Shot, salt, orange.
I will just have one
And-
though.
You say that, then the next one is poured, and you go, ugh.
Nope.
Then she drinks yours.
Faith. Can you be
Drunk.
reasonable for 5 minutes?
Back up. I don't. There, I had my reasonable moment. We did a plan. Now, I am going to do this till I see sound, or everything is just a blur. I can't tell which
That's a bad
it is.
idea. Do you know how many mistakes I've made doing that? Come on.
I
You
doubt
never
you call
bet.
her a mistake.
Don't say that.
She just begins nudging your shoulder like,
Chloe just holds her head in her hands like, it was a mistake to find you again.
But you love me really, and she just pulls you close for a hug, and it's almost like the silly hug, but then it's just an immediate tighten around and just, I missed you. And with
We
that,
just need to drag Hope back from wherever God's End ended Neverwinter she is, and then we'll have the whole squad back together.
That's, I think, Nemo wanted to talk to Varys a little bit. Before
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
you
doing
do.
their thing.
go
They
ahead.
turn first.
Yeah,
I'm
they
done.
you carry.
Trust me, Faith is done.
You carry her. She carries you back to your respective rooms, and you follow the sounds of loud noises to find Sildar is currently losing at a game of strip poker with Ash, and there's pieces of adamantite armor all over the floor while Ash is still in full armor, and he goes, "Fuck you! What do you mean you had those cards?" And he doesn't even look at her cards; just throws it down like, "This is bullshit. Well, I'm taking my armor and going home." He just begins shoveling his armor up and just like presses up against the chest. And he's a hairy guy. You realize now. Treasure trove, no, just like this bush in front of his chest. He's just bare chested. He goes, "Oh, hi guys," and he walks out to his room down below. And you just look at Faith and goes, "Yep, that's what I've had to deal with whenever he's been in the bar. I don't
So
like
it really
men
is
now."
Roma just handing her
Ash could
cards,
just
just like,
point
oh, what
to-
do you need? Okay, here you go.
Ashka just points at him as he walks past and is sort of drunken. His poker face is shit.
That's amazing.
I just kind of lean over to Faith and go, and that's why I love her. I'll talk to you in the morning, Faith.
He goes, "Good night. Good night, Ash. Lovely meeting you." And you just hear, as you like close the door from them harder, "Gay!" And she runs off.
Yes.
I did last word! And you just hear that, you hear the sibling shuffle of.
God damn it.
And as you guys hear, "Gay!" Varys, we fall back to you in 0.
I'm laying there sort of curled up in on myself and I say, Varys,
Yep.
remember when you were kidnapped by the drow?
Vaguely.
I didn't ask why, and I've certainly noticed your distaste for the all things Underdark and all that, but you know bad things happen down there. As much as I love the place, it is the source of my power. Bad things happen down there. And she's down there, and I don't know what's happening to her. She could be dead or possibly worse, alive. And I just feel sick with I'm seasick with the unknowing, I need to get there soon.
I understand. If I knew where any of my friends or family were, I'd like to think I'd do the same.
You've been good
But-
throughout all this. Are you okay going to the Underdark? Because I won't make you.
I don't think I'll ever be okay going there. But you're pretty much one of us now, so we're moon pigs after all, right?
Yeah, we're the Moonpigs. Maybe while we're down there, I'll set on fire whatever bothers you too.
Thanks.
And Zero curls up, trying to get an unrestful night.
I'll just lay down in my bed, staring at the ceiling for the next 4 hours.
Okay. So you guys do that. There's snoring. There's slight whimpering as soft crying from Zero a little bit as he falls asleep. Roman, you stumble back to your own room after handing Ash all the right cards in front of Sildar. And 2 hours later, you hear from Sildar's room, "Wait a minute!" As you've already gone back to your room, he doesn't know which one. He goes, "Yeah, that's the dumb of us." He stumbles back to his room. And Ash? Or not Ash, Kira?
Kirok has sort of been left downstairs now. She's like the last one there.
With all the booze.
No, Kirok actually. We may song and dance about it. Kirok actually doesn't really care that much about booze, but instead she's sort of sitting at the table and she's looking. And she takes them out. She has the green owl, the iron owl, and the now newly obtained amethyst owl, and she just sort of looks at the three of them, and she waves a hand over the new amethyst one and casts reduce on it to make it smaller than the other two.
Okay.
And she just sort of looks at them for a bit, and she scoops them up and goes to bed.
And with that heartbreak, we'll call it there.
I'm actually crying. Fuck you.
Hey, everyone else was having sad moments.
Meanwhile,
was
Roman
literally
was just being
not
like, "I'm
halfway
being a
through
shit
a
with
message.
cards."
I was literally halfway through a
Robert
message to you that
asked
said,
with
"I can tell you're about to make me cry."
Yeah, you could see me building up to it, couldn't you?
I knew in my heart, she was like, "I have something to add," and I go, "Oh boy!"
Great. Well, we'll continue this roller coaster ride next week.
D&D is
Indeed.
fun. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba.
Bam!
As the party begins heading their way to Citadel Felbar, which should be quite fun.
Yeah.
And also, then on Friday we have Elemental Evil, where I campaign.
Yeah,
There,
why
I-
not? And
I
EDM.
haven't fully decided whether we're going to stream yet. We may do, may not.
It's entirely up to the DM's consent because, as we all know, you can get a bit camera shy as a dungeon master. Or you can just go, "I'm going to forget everything that's happened to me in the last 48 hours and I can DM now properly."
But meanwhile, to
Don't
everyone
mind.
watching, you know where to shop for all your Valentine's needs.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yes.
Just visit
We're not sponsored by Game Tea,
GameT.co.uk.
but if we were,
You can
I
help.
would highly recommend Game Tea as it is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful thing.
It can help you deal with those post D&D blues. Hey.
Hey.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Yeah.
Farewell. La vida say adieu.
do you guys remember when we were like, "Oh yeah, we're going to Felbar"?
Yeah, good job.
What happened to that? Bye.
It gives me a second to
Yeah.
build up Felbar, so I get to that next